Welcome back to the Curse at Ravenspire podcast. I am your Dungeon Master, Doug Kapoff. Tonight I'm joined with our players, uh, Ethan, playing Rivers, the human fighter, Drew, playing Lysen, the elven bard warlock, Kevin, playing Casimir, the human sorcerer, Pat, playing Roderick, the human barbarian, and Darren, playing Households, the Tiefling Rogue Cleric. Join us tonight as our story continues. Curse at Ravenspire.
And silence fills the room.
Is the intro music still playing, or are we good?
It was still playing, but that's okay. That's okay. See, this is what we.
Want to be rude.
I was gonna give it a second to let it finish, but we'll bring our players back. Good evening, everybody. This is episode 2 of the Curse at Ravenspire podcast. We are playing a Curse of Strahd playthrough of an official campaign with some twists and turns to it. So, with that being said, we're going to jump right back in. Last time, Curse of Ravenspire, our group, each of our adventurers, had found a letter that ultimately suggested that there was a town of Ravenspire that had come into some trouble. They were requesting help. Each of you had received this scroll, and you have all answered that scroll, met up at the small inn, and ultimately were led to Ravenspire with the help of a traveler named Dragomir, who at the first sign of help, or first sign of trouble, ran off, leaving you all stranded in the woods just outside of Ravenspire. While you continued forward, you did find yet another letter, a body in the woods. And that body had a note on it, a note from the same person that had written the original letter, this Marcus Blackthorn of Ravenspire. And the first note had been asking for help. And now you find a much different note suggesting a warning to stay away from Ravenspire. It discussed that his daughter had been bitten by a vampire, and that their town, their city, or their village was the sign of a curse run by or led by this vampire lord. So where we left off, you guys made it into town. You guys found this small, sleepy little village. It's devoid of all life at this point. Uh, it is still dark. It is still the middle of the night. Uh, and what you see is some things that don't make a lot of sense. When you came through uh, the woods and to the inn, it was a moonless night, one of 2 nights out of the year where there is no moon. However, as you look up into the sky in this small, sleepy village, which looks, for all intents and purposes, abandoned, you can see full moon lights up the sky, and above it, a large black castle that dominates the sky over this hill that overlooks the sleepy village. So, that is where we're going to pick things back up, episode 2. So, turn it back to the players. The 5 of you are standing in the middle of this cobblestone street, and all around you are surrounded by these small 1, 2, even 3-story buildings. They're quaint and small from a footprint, but some of them are tall. Many of them look abandoned in many different sorts of disarray. But you do, if you see these alleyways and streets, and this looks like would have been a bustling village. So with that, turn it back to the 5 of you. Kevin, playing Casimir, is running a little bit behind tonight, so I will cover for him until he can join. So turn it back to the players.
So, do any of the buildings look like they're currently being lived in, or is it all run down and abandoned?
So you do see a couple of things as a reminder. So the houses, the buildings directly closest to you do look abandoned. But you can only see about 60 feet. It is pitch black tonight, minus the moonlight that came out for just a moment. The clouds have sort of taken it once again. All around you is this mist and fog that still kind of clings to your feet, and you can see it in the alleyways. At the edges of your vision, there is this fog and mist. So it's really hard to see. But the immediate buildings around you absolutely look abandoned. Ahead of you, directly down what appears to be the main road, you can see a little bit of light pouring out of a single building directly north of you. And then off kind of to the northwest, you can also see another light shining. It looks to be coming from looks like an old church. It's on a little bit of a hill that overlooks some of the village, and it sits directly below this dominating black castle. So you see two pinpoints of light at current from your current vantage point.
Doug, as an observation, you said the buildings look abandoned. Like, I assume there are like boards over the windows, that kind of.
Yeah. So you see, like, rooftops are in shambles. Siding has been ripped apart or broken apart. You do see boards over some windows, over some doors. It's varying states of disarray. Some look a little bit better than others, but the immediate, probably 4 or 5 buildings that you can see in your kind of 60-foot night vision for those that have that, they all look pretty run down.
Do they look like boarded up out of and disheveled out of neglect, or do they look like they were barricaded and things were kind of like ripped apart or fallen off because something was trying to get in? Or you see, you can figure out the distinction I'm trying to make here?
Sure. Yeah, so as you poke around, or just kind of look around, I assume you're not going into any of the buildings, but as you poke around from your vantage point, it's probably a little bit of both. Some of the buildings look to be in disarray, but some of them, where they have the boards over like doors and stuff, you would note that the boards are like on the inside of the door frame, like they were clearly trying to blockade someone from getting in at some point.
Okay. I would like to do either an insight or an investigation check and see if, or maybe even no, insight or investigation, I think. Maybe survival. To see if they're like claw marks and if I can identify the creature that would make those claw marks.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you're gonna walk up to one of these houses.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up to one of them. I just listed off a bunch of stats. Which one would you like me to make?
I would say that'd be an investigation check.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I just want to go around the table and see what everybody's doing as you take all this in. What's your reaction? Are you saying anything, doing anything? Let's just kind of go around the table. So you see Lysander kind of moves off to the side, kind of taking in these buildings closest to you. What about you, Pat?
I am human-sighted, so this may be difficult even in the moonlight, but I'm going to try to look for the tracks from the cart.
Okay. With the cobblestone street, you could definitely tell that the tracks came through the gates and at the edge of the town. It looked like they came into the city. But now that it's cobblestone and these little puddles of water, you don't think that there'd be any way to track a cart. There is definitely signs that carts have come through here, but to pick out one in particular would be impossible. As you kind of look down at the road, and I'm going to make you roll for that. It's a traveled, busy cobblestone road, or at least it was at one point.
All right, probably not going to see Dragomir's coach from there, or his wagon.
Yes. And it's also very dark for you, as you are human. Yeah. You cannot see very well. You see about 5 feet in front of you. Otherwise, it is pitch black.
You know what? I'm probably going to be more or less not effective here, so I'm just going to try to look for those tracks.
Okay, so you look on the ground. Ethan, what are you doing?
I'm going to sort of be on Overwatch here as people sort of start to disperse, and Lysander's looking at the buildings, and Roderick seems to be trying to I can in a season, I've been here, done it before, not here, but I see Roderick looking for tracks on the stones and almost say something, but then just let him go. Are we lit up? Are we torched up, or is
Where we left off, Kevin had been, or Casimir had been creating lights, but I think the
Yeah.
group decided to turn them off as you made
We're
your
in
final.
stealth mode. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
in stealth mode. Yet I can't really provide any kind of sentry services. So I'm gonna just use my other senses and try to listen as closely as I can in the crags and the alleys while we're sort of gathering info to see if I hear anything unusual or if there's a little bit of a deathly silence that sort of overhangs the whole thing as well with the lack of a moon.
Yeah, well, there is a full moon, but it's covered up by clouds, so you saw it for
Right.
just
Okay,
a
sorry.
minute.
Yep.
And I would say for you especially, who's been an outdoorsy person, and probably Darren, you as well, who's a studied, a studied scholar in your works. You've never heard of like a full moon on the nights of the no moon nights and the dates. There's
Right.
nothing in the calendars that would suggest that that's ever occurred. Like it is like clockwork, because Aerith actually has 2 moons normally. So you'll typically see 2 moons. So it's very rare that both would be hidden from view. So the fact that they were gone and now you see a full moon is very odd to you. Darren, I'm going to turn it to you to see what you're doing. But that would definitely be on the top of your mind, I think, as a scholar.
Yeah. As soon as Lysander walks over to one of the houses, I just kind of come up behind him and kind of looking over his shoulder. And what are you looking for? What are you looking at?
I'm trying to get a sense of what might be trying to kill us later.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good. You want some help?
Because I'll let you know. Doug, I made a natural 24 on my investigation check.
So yeah, you're checking it out.
If you didn't need any help.
So Darren, you walk up. You doing anything else, Darren? Before I want to get everybody's rolls. Pat, you don't need to make a roll because it's pretty much an automatic fail as far as that goes. Ethan, I'd like you to make a perception roll since you're sort of actively listening. And Darren, what are you doing as you walk up? Besides, asking if he needs help, are you doing anything else?
I was just gonna help, I was just gonna help him, or see
Give
if
him
I
the
could
help
see
action.
something he didn't. But
Yeah.
well, I was gonna give him guidance, but he obviously doesn't need it. So,
and you can also, guys,
up there.
as a reminder, is one thing that doesn't get used a lot in D&D is you can also give people the help action. So if 2 of you want to do something together, you can give somebody advantage as well. So, okay. So you're kind of trying to help him, but it seems like he's on something. Ethan, what did you get for your perception roll?
16.
Also 16. Okay. So we'll start with Drew. A couple things happen, Drew. As you look at it, I need you to roll me another D20, just for grins. Quick.
Just straight D20?
Yep.
Cool.
Let's check one thing.
Solid 12.
Solid 12.
Very good. Very safe roll.
Very safe
It
roll.
is on the north side of 10.
Very good roll.
As you look at this house, the claw marks, there are claw marks on one side of the building, absolutely. They look like fingers, though. They don't look like claws. They look like long-nailed fingers. With that roll, and your history is as an adventurer. I mean, this looks like some sort of mobile. The height-wise, we put it at like a humanoid type of figure, kind of at mid-height. Some sort of human. Looks like just scraping of fingernails on walls. The other thing you notice, however, is you hear movement in the house as you get closer, and Darren, as you kind of move up to it as well. You hear a little bit of movement within the structure, kind of like a whisper, like a shush, and everything gets quiet.
But it is like it's more of a audible whisper, like shush, rather than a skittering note.
Yeah, it sounded like someone was like Ethan, while he's doing that, Ethan, you, as you're listening, it's deathly silent here. Outside of Drew walking up to the building, you hear his footsteps, Darren's footsteps, or Calsolus's footsteps as they make their way to this house. Like your boots echo on this cobblestone. So you hear that. The other thing you hear is sounds like a cartwheel, just slowly
Nice.
somewhere in this town. It sounds pretty far away, but it echoes through the streets as you listen real quietly to it.
Am I tuned enough to see the lights from the two buildings that you said, the church and then the other
They
building as
sort of
well?
because of the fog and the mist, just like headlights on fog, they really kind of like it's really providing more light than it probably should at night.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can
yeah.
see this like reflection in the mist, and it's probably a quarter mile up, where you see this building up the road.
Yeah. And is
The church is much
creaking-
further.
Yeah, okay. So the other building is closer. Probably too far and too obscured to tell what kind of building it is, though, right? Like,
Yeah, no,
yeah,
you just see
It-
light pretty much.
is the wheel creaking ominous horror ambience sound coming from that same direction, or is that coming from somewhere else, or can I even tell?
Actually, coming from the east, you think. For the 16, you're feeling pretty confident. Church is to the west, kind of northwest. That sound seems to be coming from the east.
You know what? Like, does it sound relatively close?
Now, it sounds like it's a decent ways away.
Oh, okay.
There's a street corner, like directly ahead of you. So there's two buildings kind of on either side of you. And then it looks like there's a cross street coming up a little ways, probably no more than 50, 60 feet.
Yeah, I want to like kind of, for whatever reason, Rivers like hears it and feels a little bit just like inclined, enraptured to check it out a little bit, and I want to give Roderick like a little military whistle, like nod my head over and like slowly start walking over that way while Lysander and Calceolus are checking out the building.
So you guys are going to kind of walk forward just a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Casimir will walk with you. Just kind of stays close to the two of you as you make your way up with the two humans, and he knows he can create light. So if he needs to, he'll be right behind
Everybody who can't see in the dark. Yeah.
you. Yeah.
As we're walking up the street, stand unreasonably close over River's shoulder.
It's like Scooby-Doo.
All right, you two make your way up. Drew, as you hear this, Darren, you've got a pretty good passive perception. You would need you haven't heard it yet. If you want to make an active perception, you can. If you're trying to listen for anything, but Drew, you've been the only one who's heard it so far.
I'm definitely trying to hear. Let's see. Not such a great roll, but still an 8 on it too.
So you don't hear that. Your passive is about the same as Ethan's active. So what you probably would hear as they start walking away, you finally start to pick up as you're listening to this house. You hear this wheel turning against the cobblestone, kind of in the distance at this point.
And I see them walking away.
Yeah.
I just kind of nudge Lysander and then head nod towards the humans walking away.
Lysander, when he does that, as he starts to step away, you hear a voice in the back of your mind again. Something is wrong in this place.
Almost forget myself in a moment because I'm kind of trying to pay attention to a lot of different things and say out loud, "Oh, you think?"
It's not natural, Lysander. It's the very earth out of balance here.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably pretty astute from the moon on the moonless night.
More than
I'm just looking at you. Why are you talking to yourself again now?
Yeah. Yes.
Of all times.
Just looking for interesting conversation. Sorry, just
It is more than that. He keeps talking. You can have
Yeah.
how many conversations you can manage. I'm not sure, but he continues.
trying to pay attention. Everybody listen to the whispers in the room. Like Calceolus whisper talking to me. Just like everybody, shut the fuck up.
You hear him say, "There is something. I feel a presence. The very earth has a presence of being forced, almost changed. It's the trees, the air, Everything is wrong here.
Well, if not to point out the obvious, but if everything was hunky dory here, I don't think we would have got a letter. So,
Drew, as you're talking to him, you actually feel, and it's rare that this happens, you actually can sense his presence behind you, almost, beyond talking to you through your mind.
just once, I'd like to have someone be like beside me and like present themselves in front of me, be like, "Hey, everyone creeping up behind."
He's behind you.
If you're gonna be here, I don't know what you could do, but if you can make yourself useful, figure out what the hell is inside this building.
I sense life in this building. Human life. It is scared. Its fear is
All right.
palpable.
And so I guess some of that conversation would be in my head, and some of them would be like out loud. But then I will say, "All right, everybody, shut up."
You're the only one talking.
You hear him just say, "Wait," and you're silent. You doing anything?
I am pausing.
Okay. Do you turn around to look at him, or you continue to look at the building?
I will. I guess I'm kind of like. Well, I'm still kind of keeping an eye on Roderick and River, and I guess Casimir, who are also
Casimir,
walking
all
away.
three of us are kind of
Who are you walking away?
really slow pace rolling up
Yeah.
the street. I'm not like actively like beelining away from you guys, but it's like I'm almost like spread out. Like I want to know what that sound was. Is something heading towards us? I'm not sure. So that's like our vibe.
Is someone typing something to me?
Are you looking behind you at all? As this conversation is happening?
Yeah, I'm gonna look behind me.
Okay, let me be clear. So what you see is this visage of this elven fey creature, this white ghostly figure with two glowing sort of green eyes. Darren, you don't see this creature; it's not there. You see Lysander talking to himself. Kind of turns his head. But what you see when he says "wait," you see his head kind of shift to the right through, kind of looks behind him, and you see a pair of gold eyes just in the night, just like in the darkness, looking at the two of you. And you get the sense that you are not the only people in this conversation.
More people.
He can't speak. You see, he sounds frustrated, and all of a sudden, you see this visage disappear. The gold eyes disappear, and so does your
Patron.
Patron. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Your patron just vanishes, just breaks the connection, but the eyes disappear at the same time, as if something was like listening into this conversation.
Lean over towards Calsolus. I don't think you saw the big fey creature, but did you happen to see a pair of golden eyes in the dark?
I did not. All I saw was you talking to yourself again.
No, don't worry about it. Nothing. Good. That was a test.
No.
You passed.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
I'm not worried at all.
Meanwhile, Ethan and Pat and Casimir, the three of you make it to this corner of the street where there is kind of a left and right side street. The main street continues on. You're a little bit closer to that building that you can kind of see this light pouring out from. To your right, you see another small light. Golden light of what looks like torchlight or lantern light, maybe 3 buildings away, down to the right of the street. And the door is open, and you see a young child standing in the street. She's right in front of the door, and she starts running towards you.
Nice. That's fucked. Great. Okay, cool. Well,
You hear her footsteps. She looks like she's about. You see her in the light for a minute, because again, you have very little light vision. So you see her in the light. She looks like this, like maybe 12, 13-year-old girl, small child, long red hair, kind of homely looking clothes, looks pretty shabby. You see her in the distance, and then she kind of disappears in the darkness as she leaves that light. But then you hear the footsteps just getting closer.
Oh man.
Closer, closer,
Start-
closer. Pitter
Start
patter.
backing up a little bit.
Rivers is gonna recognize the situation, like quickly, like combat instinct take in, like lift the buckler and yell like something like, "All now with me, lads!" Like recognize that it's basically like something's not good here, like bad vibes, and kind of shield wall it, like brace for impact if something's gonna lunge at me, like with what you're describing as the pitter patter like pace of the footsteps, like.
Sounds like little boots of a little child.
Yeah, like kind of hold the shield up, like brace with shout encouragement, and like almost push Roderick too, to like kind of force him into action as I do it, like lift my shield up, shove him so that he like separates from me and kind of comes to his senses if I can have time to do that kind of vibe.
You see Casimir kind of open up his palm of his hand, and you see a blue kind of glowy light that start to appear and crackle into existence. It creates a ball of light around you all. And then you see this little girl just run right up to you. She's 10 feet away, 9 feet, 8 feet. She's just running at you.
All right, well, prepare to swing.
7,
I'm just
6,
I'm
5.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm bracing for impact. Does she look like a demon? Does she have yellow eyes?
She looks like a young little girl. As she gets closer, you see kind of brown, dull eyes, red hair, very, very just plain clothing. And she's, unless you do something, she just runs into your side.
Into like my shield, or like?
She'll try to get around it to like almost like embrace you, like kind of looking up, trying to get real close, specifically to you, Rivers.
All right, I mean, I'm not gonna swing, so like
That's what I was checking.
Yeah, I hold my shield up, like stopping her. Like as much as I want to give her the fatherly embrace, I don't know how I feel about that here. Like, is she foaming at the mouth? Is she growling?
She is not growling. She is not
in tongues.
She is going to speak, but it'll be in English. We'll get to that in a minute.
Roderick just swings two-handed overhead.
I was about to reaction swing. I was going to say, can I use push?
Do not kill this 12-year-old girl, Roderick. Okay.
This is a scary situation. Okay, we saw a zombie out in the field, attacked by wolves shortly before that. Now there's some girl that disappeared, whatever she was in the darkness.
I have no control.
She didn't disappear. You lost her. You lost her in the darkness for a minute. She didn't disappear.
She disappeared.
Okay.
She disappeared into black mist and reappeared in front of us in a demonic portal.
All right. I'm gonna wait for Rivers before I actually swing.
Okay. So you kind of pull back. She runs up. She kind of grabs you in an embrace. Darren, as you and Lysander kind of turn away from the house, you see this girl appear just at the edge of your vision, because it was about 50, 60 feet up. So it's right at the edge of your night vision. You see this little young girl run up to you, and Rivershed.
They would have heard my like battle cry too. Side note, like, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. So you all hear that. I would say the wagon wheel or cart wheel has stopped. You hear as you kind of yell out your battle cry. Something caused a stir in the city here, and everything kind of got quiet. You hear this girl, she's panting, just like, thank God. Oh, thank God.
Well, now, lass, what happened? Like, don't grab her yet either. Just like, what's up?
Hey, looking for help. Hey, there's something in the house.
Slow down now. That house? Point at the lit up one. Is that your house?
Yes, it is. And as she says that, and you look back, you see another small child. Maybe looks like 7 or 8. Kind of pokes out the door, like looking, holding a little stuffy animal, some sort, kind of in his hands. Looks like wearing like night pajamas. Kind of looks out the window, or looks out the door, just kind of peeking down to see where she went.
Keep her at arm's length. All right now, girl. What's in the house?
Something. It's in the basement.
Is it a ghost or a monster?
It's a monster.
All right, calm down now, lass, and look like concerned. Look at like Casimir and Roderick, or like both of them beside me.
Casimir just has his eyebrow up, and he'll be stoically silent since he's not here.
And then turn and give like a like a oi to the other two, and like, you know, if they can see me, like wave them over. And I'm also gonna stand up at that point and like lift my shield up and see if she gnaws off my legs or not.
She does not. She looks up at you, just seeing this, you know, burly looking human, the two of you. Just kind of looks at the both of you. Just, they said they were coming to help us, but nobody showed up. Parents are gone. They're in Valaki, and I don't know what to do.
Don't worry, lass. We'll look in the house and take care of the monster for you. Isn't that right, lads? Like, turn to Roderick and
start moving with purpose.
Away from the house.
Do I get the sense if I walk up to her, will I scare her more?
That's a good question. I mean, you two, you just don't know. You haven't interacted with anyone in this room yet. So,
actually, I was wondering what I know of the area in general.
Of the area, she shouldn't. I mean, tieflings are part of the races of Aerith, so the fact that you're a tiefling shouldn't cause an issue. Now, the traveler you passed on the road seemed very surprised to see you. He looked at you two, you and Drew very specifically, and seemed surprised to see you here. So I'll remind you of that.
The guy in the cart, not the corpse that tried to gnaw off my hand.
No,
right?
yeah,
the race. He also seemed surprised to see you, but that was for
holy shit. Holy shit! A talking elk.
While they're walking up, I want to even like quickly reach into my like pack and give the girl like something to eat, like a piece of bread or something, and tell her to calm down, like distract her with something, like you know.
She doesn't take it. She just kind of. You know.
All right, well, friendly gesture, whatever.
She doesn't look starved or anything. She looks, she looks healthy.
Food.
All right, dude. It's a coping mechanism, you know. It's like to take your mind off of the trauma that you're experiencing. No problem though. She must not be that serious in there, dude. She's not even hungry. Okay.
She
cool.
just had a Cliff Bar.
Yeah.
What are the two of you doing?
I'm gonna casually walk up, keeping still a decent amount of distance, to not like surprise her too much. I'm gonna kneel down on one knee and basically just sort of like, come here, girl, and like wave her towards me and see what her reaction.
As you kind of step into view, there's light now. There's 20 feet of light that Kevin's kind of producing in the middle of the street, so probably have to be within 20 feet. She's human. And she sees you, that kind of bathes in this blue light as you kneel down. What are you doing, Drew?
Walking up next to Casolas, like, okay, but you see the little girl, right?
Yes, I see the little girl.
Okay.
I think everybody sees the little girl. Do you see the little girl?
I do see a little girl. I'm just checking to make sure that you see what I'm seeing.
We're on the same page.
You are. And as you step down and you come here, girl, she looks up at you, Rivers, and then she Roderick, she seems fine with. She sees you there, and yeah, her eyes kind of get a little bit wide. She says, "What is that?" She looks up at you, Rivers. It's a demon. It's a demon.
Give her a little reassurance, like, "No, girl, it's all right. It's Calsolas is friendly. We're here. She's here to help solve your problem, to chase the monster out of your basement."
Sure. She kind of gets behind Rivers, kind of using Rivers as a shield. She kind of gets behind you. Are you sure?
Positive, like place a hand on her back and like kind of push her towards Calsolas, see if she budges. Be like, you know, encourage her, like, positive. It's okay. She's friendly, like.
Unless you physically push her, she does not get close.
That's fair. Yeah, that's understandable.
Like shove her. That's a different story.
No, I'm not gonna shove her. You know, shrug to Calsolas, like, very traumatized. What I want to ask her, like,
what are you doing out here? You shouldn't be out here at night.
It's like I said, we're here to help you. We're here to solve your problem, girl. Like, can you tell me anything else about the monster in the basement?
You're who they sent? Were we supposed to be waiting for you? I thought it was just one man coming.
Like quickly, like glance at the whole party. Nope. It's us. We're the ones that they sent, and we're here to help you.
Oh. Thanks the gods. Thank the morning lord.
Now, the monster, lass. What can you tell me about it? What does it sound like? What does it look like? Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, I've heard it. It's growling and moans. It's been there all night. You can hear it screaming.
Just tonight?
Yes. Yes.
Where are your parents?
Valaki. They left 2 nights ago. They should have
They
been back by now.
And they left you here alone?
Yes.
For a minute there, I thought it might be Tuesday, and your parents were the ones making the noise.
All right, sort of stand
Tuesday
up.
night is date night, okay? You know what I'm saying?
Stand up straight and unless anybody else is gonna like ask the girl anything while I'm like basically questioning her about the situation there.
Yeah, as she says that, I stand back up and I'm just like, why in the world would your parents leave you alone here ever?
Also, Darren, make a religion check. Again, I'm going to focus on you a little bit because you have your religion background.
Am I trying to think of something specific, or is it just...
Just give me a roll. I want to see if you recognize something.
Okay. 13.
13. She said, "Thank the morning lord you're here." That's not a deity you've heard of, or a reference to a deity you've heard of before.
Okay.
Pat, what are you doing while this is going on? So I'm go around the table, see what everybody's doing.
Ask the little girl. Do you have any other siblings in there?
My little brother, he's upstairs.
He was just at the door. This is not safe. Start rushing towards the house.
No, you still see the one at the door.
Oh, there's another one?
Yes.
There's
Walter.
3.
Yes.
Well, what's your name?
My name is Rose.
That's a pretty name.
Wait, how many children are in this house? I actually say that.
It's a rural country town, man, so probably 14.
Just me, my little brother, Thorn, and Walter.
3 of you.
As this conversation's happening, you see...
Whoa. Time out.
Yeah.
These siblings are named Rose, Thorn, and Walter. Okay.
This is one I didn't even make up.
Hey, how come she said 2 and then backtracked and said 3?
No. She never said the number 2.
I thought she said 2. Okay, never mind.
She said her other 2 siblings. Maybe is what I said.
Does she
Check
look
the
like
recording.
some kind of a puppet that's been possessed by something?
Make an insight check.
Yeah, hell yeah, I will.
You take a hard look at her. Pat, what are you doing while this conversation's happening?
6.
Turn it and march towards that house. I'm saving some kids.
All right, so Roger, you're just going. You just start walking.
Oh, yeah.
Start heading that way.
At least grabbing the one out of the door.
Okay. So you start making your way up a little bit. She's kind of looking around at the 2 demons that are here, again, using Rivers to protect her. But as she is, she kind of looks behind you, Rivers, behind your back, Roger, kind of the other way down the street. She kind of looks into the darkness, and she kind of looks like, "Wait, this is not safe out here. We should get indoors quickly."
It's not safe indoors either.
Yeah, I'm gonna start moving towards Roderick as well, and like tell the girl like, come with us, like show us where the monster is, like heading towards her house.
All right, she'll take your hands. She seems nervous to be out here. You can tell as you say that she's very happy to go. She kind of grabs your hand and she'll start kind of walking with you, maybe pulling you a little bit. She keeps looking over her shoulder into the darkness to the kind of behind you all. And Darren, with your passive perception, you start to hear kind kind of shuffling footsteps coming from the eastern road. You can't see anything; it's too far out, but you can definitely hear what sounds like dragging footsteps, shuffling.
I smack Lysander. Do you hear that? Does he hear that?
Did I hear that?
Give perception check.
18?
Yeah, you can hear it. As you focus on it, kind of turning your focus from this girl, and you stop listening to the conversation as it quiets. Yeah, you hear this kind of shuffling kind of sound.
Yeah, let's maybe get. I do hear that. Let's maybe get off the streets.
Yeah, go with them.
Well, it's a short walk.
Okay.
It's 3 houses down this road.
Distance, not to scare her more.
Okay, so you kind of stay back. Okay. The sound, your pace seems to outpace whatever that sound was. So as you want to walk for about, the first 2 houses, that shuffling sort of disappears out of reach. But you come to this third building. Light is kind of pouring through the front door. It looks like a lantern light, so it's this bright white light from a kind of almost like a cone lantern that's kind of pointed out, kind of lights up the whole street. It is a giant building, or a giant house. It's a 4-story house, 3 stories, and what looks like an attic with, you can see windows as well up on the 4th story. So it's a pretty big building. Again, not a huge footprint as far as how much it actually takes up, but it's very tall. Of all the houses, it's the house that the little kid is still standing on the as you get closer to it, and down this street, you see a couple of the houses on the other side of the street are less worn down. Definitely, you can tell that maybe 1 or 2 of these houses, as you move past them, looks like might be occupied or not in a complete state of disarray as you move down this street. And this house appears to be in pretty good shape. It seems to be kept up. It looks worn, weathered for sure, but it doesn't have that boarded up retro look to it. So it does look like it's habitable. And you see this little boy, looks to be about 8 years old, standing there holding this little toy in his arms, kind of half in the house, half out, trying to kind of watch for her as she appears. Rose, did you find help? Yes, it's okay. They're here to help. Don't worry about it. Just stay with me. She grabs his hand, kind of leaves your hand, grabs his hand, and kind of steps into the house. It's okay. She kneels down, reassures him.
Yeah,
We should send them into the basement first, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna get into the front door. Roger's probably first in too. I'm gonna get in and like usher the children in, and again just be like, kind of give the boy like a, hello my lord, it's nice to meet you. Like it's okay, sort of try to put him at ease a little bit, and then if everybody's coming in kind of at the same time and piles in, I wanted to, I'm sure, you'll let us know what the inside looks like, but I do want to be like, Roderick, like bar the door basically when we get in, like block the door or something, just because of the vibes.
So
when as we approach the door, I look over at Lysander and in Infernal tell him that I don't trust these children. It makes no sense for their parents to have left them here in this situation. And I'm only saying that so they don't understand, hopefully, what I'm saying, not so our teammates don't understand. But
in Infernal back, I think there's definitely more going on here. I noticed that on the previous building that there were signs of claw marks, almost like whether I don't know if somebody was sieged and pulled off the street. But also noticing that this house is not in disarray. I'm wondering if whatever befell this place, if certain people went willingly and some people didn't go willingly. Maybe these kids, maybe there was a big culling and these kids' parents went willingly to protect their kids.
Maybe. Just keep your eyes open.
You say that, and you guys walked into the front door. Is everybody heading in, or what does this look like? Inside the first door, as you open the front door, and you kind of get this little porch. There's actually a gate on the porch. It's open currently. It's like a wrought iron gate. It's this little portico, and then it opens up. There's the front door that leads into what looks like an entranceway. It's some sort of like an entry hall. What you see inside of it, number one, there's no lights in this entry hall. It's dark. The only light is on the porch currently, from what you can see, Ethan, as you step in first, and same with Roderick, who was headed there first as well. But you see it's a small hallway, and on the kind of right wall, you see a fireplace, not lit, but above it is excuse me, that is not a fireplace. It's just a coat of arms right in the middle of this wall. Looks like a windmill with a red sort of artistic flame in the middle of it. And then on either side of it is framed with portraits of what looks like aristocrats of some sorts on either side of this coat of arms. Looks like nobles, 4 of them. A man and a woman on the left, and a man and a woman on the right.
So there's no fireplace, or there is a fireplace?
No, there is not. Sorry, I was reading the wrong bunch. I'm sorry. This is a lot of description on this house.
Yeah,
Are there candles or torches or anything?
No, there are places where candles could be lit in this little hallway. And again, this looks like an entrance hall. And there's a door at the far end of it. This just looks like a little entryway where guests are received potentially. That's what you see.
More meals.
There are-
Are the little kids with us?
Yeah, they're right there in the doorway with you.
Are these your mommy and daddy?
They are. Points to the ones on the left.
Hmm.
And those are our grandparents.
While he does that, I want to walk up to the coat of arms and turn it about an eighth of a turn to the left to see if it opens up a passage.
It does no. It does nothing. It just screeches across the wall as you do.
Alright, turn it back.
Fucking awesome, dude.
Don't say anything. Just pretend like I didn't do that. But do make a comment. Do make a comment, something like, fancy folk here. It's like,
yeah, this looks like a nice house. It's a nice coat of arms of some sort, very distinguished of some design. You don't recognize it, but these portraits look nice. These are hand painted, beautiful, big portraits too. Probably 3 feet tall. Big portraits along the walls.
Does the architecture of this house make me think that it's a single family home, or that it would be like a duplex or apartment type situation?
From what you've seen in Aerith, it looks like a single family home. A big one, like a very wealthy manor.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Okay.
The way that the entrance, there's only one entrance going in, so if it's a multi-dwelling, you don't see another entrance unless it's in the back. You would think it's probably a single dwelling, but a well-to-do household.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so when we come in, we definitely close the door and the gate on the outside, and
You're gonna close the gate. Okay.
block that all off as much as possible.
I was gonna say maybe like front door, like thinking, if there's like an easily movable like chair to prop like against the handle, or like a small table or something, just like probably wouldn't make a difference, but just as like a
Not in this room. This room, there is 0 furniture. This is like a receiving room. There's a little old carpet on the ground, but it looks nice. I mean, it looks like this place has been kept up. There's no like cobwebs or anything. It doesn't look deserted.
Pointless.
In.
Absolutely pointless room. Fucking rich people.
Yeah, you're right.
All right. Well,
so you guys close the front door. That means you are all in the house now. You close the front door. Who's closing the front door?
Every one of us
actually
was
did
last
it?
one in.
Well, so is it you, Darren? I mean, you're the one that said it. So, Darren, is it you that would close the door?
Sure.
Darren, as you close the door, you notice one thing in the street for just a second. As you kind of turn your head, you see that the mist and the fog looks worse from here. Like as you step into the house, it's almost like the mist just followed you. It's like it got just mistier and foggier outside in the street. And as the door is closing, you feel like just for a second, you saw a man walking down the street, dressed all in black, long black hair. He's just like, you like turn your head and it's gone. You just see this kind of shadow in the street.
Was he walking towards us or side? Like what direction?
No,
was he walking?
like just down the street, but his head was kind of looking at the house. Just like he's taking a walk, like a stroll for the night.
I hate that.
But as soon as you blink your eyes, it disappears in the fog.
Noted.
And then the door closes. Assuming you're going to close the door down.
Hey, come in.
Well,
More
I was
there.
gonna say he might not be like confidently walking down the street, like he's looking at a piece of paper, be like, "What fucking street am I on?"
Yeah.
She did say
John Travolta?
He did say somebody was coming to help them. Maybe that's it.
Oh man, I don't
Maybe.
know about all that.
So the 5 of you plus 2 kids are in this little entryway. It's about 15 feet wide, 10 feet long. This little entryway, and there's a door at the far end of the hall.
I'll say something like, all right, kids, like show us the entrance to the basement where the monster is. Slowly now and carefully. No surprises. And then like, yeah, turn to the party and be like, be on your guard. Watch for staircases. Scope out all the rooms. It's like my dad always used to say, 2 knives in the belly is better than 1 in the back. Might as well address this right now. Maybe
I
we'll
definitely don't think that's true.
maybe we'll learn something about what we're doing here, and we can help these children to boot.
Before this is all over, I absolutely want to meet your da. This
Rivers looks kind of somber. My da is back to the earth long ago, but
That
no
doesn't mean we
worries.
can't meet him.
His spirit lives on in
Okay.
me, and then like take it as a compliment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Matt, are you saying or doing anything? That's what I keep making sure everybody
Ask
gets a
the
moment.
little girl. You need to show us where Walter is immediately. He's certainly
is-
not safe if there's a monster in here.
He's upstairs.
Oh, but the monster's downstairs.
Yes, that's right.
So
I was
he's
like, well, they
safe.
got the right idea.
Right.
And
Where's the
Do
basement?
we want to go
Do you-
straight downstairs, or do we need to check this?
we need to SWAT
Floor by
style clear
floor.
this bitch.
If you say that out loud, there's a monster down there. Why
We're
would you
gonna
go
go
anywhere
and
else?
Sorry, go ahead.
Because she's been outside for who knows how long now, and we don't know that the monster is still downstairs. And if there are no exits downstairs, we could be trapping ourselves.
Oh, that's a good point.
We definitely need to watch our backs. If anybody goes downstairs, we should have one trailing, watching the entrance to the stairs, ready to collapse, but also like watching the floor above. Like, I don't know what's up with this house. I don't know why it's in better shape. I don't know what the deal is with motion at the kids quickly. Like, this could be bad, but we need to be ready. And if it's not bad, we need to help these children. That's really the bottom line.
I mean, I think the obvious
So-
answer is gentrification.
Yeah.
That is in better shape.
I'm just expecting to open the door to Walter's room and it's like a crib with the marionette and it's going, but no one's in the crib and the music's going and it's fucked. Then the lights all flicker. All right.
We can make some of that happen ourselves.
Yeah.
Baby
As you're-
crawling
as
up the
you're-
wall.
As you're having that conversation, she'll start making her way to the front door, or to the next door to the out of the hall. Are you? She's not holding your hand; she's holding Thorn's hand at this point, and she's going to make her way to the door.
I'm guessing Walter is the youngest.
Are you asking?
Yeah.
Yes, he's just a baby.
Told you. As they're starting to walk away, Rivers looks intently at the group and basically says like, everyone in, like anyone out, say it right now, but if not, let's clear this house, basically.
I mean, we're in at this point.
She opens the door at this point, and her and Thorn are stepping through into what you can see kind of a large room, like a main hall room up ahead. The door opens. You see light spill out through the door as the door opens. As you can hear the crackling of a fire. There's the fireplace. Sorry, my fault. You hear the crackling of the fire. It's the only light in the room, leaving kind of like dark shadows dancing across. Doesn't light the room well. It's not fully lit. Just a small fire, but you can hear it, smell it, and as the two of them step through the door, they both vanish.
Ah, fuck.
Oh, by the gods.
Yeah.
Start stepping
Almost
backwards
like-
slowly.
Almost like they turn to mist. Not like they turned invisible. They literally kind of explode into mist. Just-
Whose idea was it to come in here? We walked right into this.
I think it was
I think that
mine.
would be you guys. Yeah, definitely you guys.
The two gullible humans.
Like, I'm willing to bet that there's no baby Walter upstairs either, huh?
Oh, don't you worry, buddy. Walter's coming. Walter's in there, man.
Yes, the question is, we aren't past the entryway. Do we want to keep going?
I was gonna say, can we leave?
We could try.
Put up my hand, like fist, like hold, and listen for just a split second, like really intently again, for any sounds of movement in the house forward, like, or above us or anything. If we're even not far enough into the house to do that.
You are far enough in to see, and the door's open to what appears to be to the main house. You hear nothing. It's that outside of the crackling of.
So someone or something lit the
Just-
fire, regardless.
Does it sound like... this is gonna sound maybe like a silly question. Does it sound like an old fire, or does it sound like a newer fire? If you
Sounds
feel
like an old fire. Like, yeah, it's like it's dying out.
smoldering more so than... Okay.
Ask Casimir, like, kind of in a quiet tone, like, anything you've got, or actually ask the three of them, really, like, anything any of you have that can tell us if we're walking into some kind of an arcane trap here, like, point at the threshold, basically.
Get
Yeah.
humongous eyes when he says that. Like, seriously. The size of
You mean the
holes.
vanishing children wasn't like clue enough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that ship has sailed.
Yeah, I have this thing called
question is-
common sense.
The question is, do we want to go in here if we aren't saving children? What is the purpose?
Hold my hammer up to my face up to cover my mouth. But then we'll go back outside.
This whole damn place is full of monsters, it looks like. So are we just going to fight everything, or are we going to pick and choose?
What about the arcane phasma snaps that Rivers was talking about?
No.
I just kind of blink and then look at Lysander.
Say it again. What about the arcane phasma snaps?
We might be able to gain information if there's something separated from, like, we can fight something isolated in here, see what we're dealing with. It's it's out of the frying pan and into the fire either way. So I'm good with, I think it's a good whatever the group decides. It's because it's going to be dangerous either way. But
I'm actually
Yeah.
curious if we could even
we
leave.
can leave. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No.
Well, I guess we should find that out first.
Yeah. Peek outside.
I backtrack to the door and see if it'll open.
You're still in the entranceway, so it's 5 feet
Yeah.
away. You guys haven't left the hallway. Unless
second
someone is
thought-
Turn around.
On second thought, fuck them kids.
You turn around, Darren. Yeah, the door's right there. You gonna open the door?
I don't know if it's a handle or whatever, but is it?
It's a doorknob.
Does it
It's a
give?
doorknob.
Yeah.
It appears to be locked.
Of course.
It does not turn in any way.
Is the door
Well,
wooden
it's
or
locked.
metal?
Well,
It's wood.
I mean, we could probably feasibly fucking.
Oh.
Roderick's a big fella over here. If you really wanted to bring the door down, we could do it. Maybe attract a little attention, but
it's
Excuse me.
definitely locked in some way, shape, or form.
Did you lock it when you came in?
Do I even see a lock on the door? Of some
Yeah, there's
sort?
a place to lock a door. It's a key.
Well, I don't have a key, so I don't think.
Huh.
And I pat myself down because I'm like, at this point, who the fuck knows?
Maybe I do.
Is this one of those like deadbolt situations, kind of like Pat's hacker, where like the computer isn't on, but he is like
Yeah.
it's not working, but he hasn't turned the computer on?
No, it's not that situation. No, there's a keyhole under the door. You would use it to open the door on either side. It's a keyhole.
Okay, so it does function like a regular lock. It's
Yes.
not like
Yes.
yeah.
It appears to be locked.
Okay.
A way out, one way in. Let's do it.
I'm going to go around the table and see what everybody's doing real quick, just to check in. So Darren is checking the door. It doesn't budge. Pat, what are you doing?
Oh man. Kind of look inside the next room of the house as they're kind of figuring out what the not. I'm not going anywhere, but definitely,
Oh, poke your head in, see what's in there. So you see the fireplace to the left, to the left of you. So it's a wide hall with a black marble fireplace at one end and a sweeping red marble, looks like staircase to the right. So you see this big sweeping spiral staircase that goes up to the next floor. You'd see to your right, there's a door kind of on the same wall that you're on, and then across this hall, you see another, looks like 4 doors that lead into other areas of the house. The wood paneled
Back.
walls are ornately sculpted with images of vines, flowers, nymphs, satyrs. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful entry hall.
look back over my. Well, not look back, but like say back over my shoulder. This house is incredible, and just keep kind of looking in there. Guys, I've lived on a farm my whole life. Okay.
I know this
Everything
place
is
is classy
incredible.
for sure. Yeah. I'm gonna grit my teeth and start walking towards the door, like, and basically going in.
Well, okay, go around the table. So that's what you're doing, Pat. You kind of just poke your head in. I'll go to you then next, Ethan. So what do? You just stroll in?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna like, if no one's like, unless someone interrupts me when like we realize the door's locked, I'm gonna like kind of set myself and be like, all right, and then start making my way towards the door, like, with intent to go into the next room.
I will put this on. I'm not going to use it unless it becomes necessary, but I'm going to bring up the map in Foundry if you want to go there.
There he
Hey.
is.
There's
Oh.
Kevin.
Oh my God! I'm finally starting to drive home. I'm so sorry to all of you. I know we
That's
actually
all.
moved for me, and then crazy is Curtis needed to move his meeting with me, and now I'm finally leaving. My friend, somebody I know, former colleague, crashed the meeting. It was crazy.
All good, buddy.
It's okay. We've walked straight into a trap. Otherwise, you've missed
Oh man, I could have stopped us.
nothing. Nah, yeah, you may.
If I were
maybe,
here, it wouldn't happen.
maybe.
Sure.
No, I'm
So,
joking.
Kevin,
we
what
should
you missed?
reiterate that the humans walked us into a trap. Is really what.
That's true.
And you were part of that
Accurate
squad.
and
Oh
fair.
crap! I am human.
Yeah.
So, Kevin, what you've missed, the 30-second version is you guys were kind of investigating the street when you guys get into town. A young little girl ran up to Rivers to asking for help, that there was a monster in their house. Their parents were gone. They needed help. Rivers, being the stoic warrior he is, with Roderick, decided they would help and marched themselves into this house. Once you guys were in the house, the 2 kids, vanished into thin air. And currently, the door you came in is not budging. And that's where we left off. So,
Got it. Okay. Attack.
okay. So, Ethan, you walk in. You see, and I have activated the house, so you should be able to see it now. You can see that there is, again, there's 2 doors on the opposite wall. Another door just to your right, probably 5 feet away on the same wall. Stairs that lead upstairs. And then you can see another pair of doors kind of in the corner of the room as well.
Got it.
Okay, so Ethan, you doing anything as you walk in there?
Quick scan of the room, saw what you saw. Look up on the where the stairs lead up to. Is it is it like an open balcony, or is it like go into a passageway that I can't see? Or just want to do a quick like up above too, because it's a big room.
Sure. Yeah, it closes up. The ceiling closes up, so you cannot see onto what appears to be the second
Got
floor.
Got it. No, I'm gonna just take a few steps into the room and assume that everybody's come with me, and basically, ready myself for any kind of a trap to spring.
The two demons. What do you guys do?
I look at Lysander and are we staying or do we want to go? And when I say that, I pull out a very fancy looking thingamabob that I might be able to use to open the door.
I mean, I really don't think that's going to work, but you're more than welcome to try.
I don't want to waste my time if you want to stay. I guess that's my question. Is it?
I mean, if you're asking me,
can't get it open, do we want to go or do you want to stay?
I would prefer not to be in this house. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't think that whatever it is that sprung, I don't know if your doodad is gonna help get us out of here. But if you want, I could just try to, launch an Eldritch Blast at this door. See how
Solus and Lysander, while you're having this conversation in the main room, or in the main hall, two things. One, you notice a little bit of that fog and mist is starting to come underneath the door. Just little wisps of it, right through the door. Just FYI. Second, again, you two with much higher passive perceptions, you hear what sounds like a groan coming from underneath the floor, like just a low rumble. Just hear it for just a second, and then it goes silent.
Can I do any sort of check on the door to see if it's?
Looks like a door. If you have a detect magic or something like that, I mean, as far as skill checks, looks like a door.
Okay, so I can't.
You're muted or something there. I can't hear you.
I think his headphones just died. So.
Yep, I'm back.
Yes, so the door, it looks like a door. Unless you're going to use some sort of a spell or special ability, skill check wise, it's a door.
I will do detect magic on the door.
You're going to do detect magic on the door. Okay, go ahead. Darren, we're losing you again. I see you lighting up, but I'm not hearing you. What's detect magic? Is it a spell slot or is it a 10 minutes to cast? What is that?
It says spell slot, but it's a ritual. So it shouldn't actually eat up a spell slot. Nevertheless, for the duration.
But what's the casting time on it as a ritual? I think it's 10 minutes.
The casting time is 1 action, so 6 seconds.
Interesting. I think if you cast it as a ritual, it takes a little longer. But what is it? Detect casting, detect magic.
Detect magic
as a ritual. Does it take? I don't remember. It's been a minute. 10 minutes. Without using a spell slot, 10 minutes.
Oh, okay, I see. Up to 10 minutes and it's concentration.
Yeah. So yes, you can absolutely take the time to cast it without a spell slot if you want. You just have to kind of study the door and start kind of, praying and chanting and.
Well, I think I will do that since it's not really like directional. It's just kind of like this spidey sense. Sure. It looks like for the duration, you sense the presence of magic effects within 30 feet of yourself. So yeah, I think I will go ahead and start that little 10-minute ritual.
So you're gonna spend a few minutes in this main doorway doing that. So that'll take a little bit of time. Lysander, excuse me, you're Lysander. Solus. Well, you see him start summoning, kind of holds a hand to it, starts to see a little bit of a glow. His eyes start to glow a little bit. What are you doing?
Well, he's doing what I was going to do, so I'll let him do it. So he's trying to detect magic. I am going to post up behind him. I'll walk up. Actually, I'll walk up to the door, kind of peek in and see what it looks like in there. I'll look over at the fireplace. Say, Volkrin, snap my finger and have the fireplace light up as much as possible.
Okay, got it.
Light the room up as much as I can, so it's not going to die while we're in here.
Yeah, I'll turn it up. So it goes to. That's what it looks like now. So it lights the whole room up. Okay.
And then I kind of backtrack in and just post up behind Lysander so nothing sneaks up behind him or us while he's checking the door.
Okay. All right. Then I'll go back to the other two because that's going to take a few minutes. So I'm going to let you guys do a little exploring. What would you like to do?
Don't go too
Unless you're going
far.
to wait in this main hall.
Hey, you want to go first, or am I in first? I guess.
I think you
yeah,
walked
you're-
in first because I was like peering in, but
Cool.
yeah, I'll roll in again over his shoulder.
I'm gonna walk in like kind of a like sort of a crescent sort of route here and kind of walk towards the fireplace and end up kind of by these doors on the wall, like it kind of sort of hug the wall a little bit and take stock of the whole room, walk very slowly, very carefully, and sort of watch my step too, like where am I stepping on, be as sure-footed as I can, and watch the doors, watch for any other movement, especially by this corner, by the hall up here kind of vibe.
Okay.
And then
Make your way around.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you go. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, as I'm walking by the doors, I would like what's the door situation? Are they just straight interior, like little, anything unusual?
Yeah, so you see a couple things as you make your way into the room. I'll start with you, and then I'll go with Pat. So you walk past the fireplace. You notice over the fireplace, especially as the light kind of lights up, as you start to move into the room, you see Calsolus kind of light the room up. You guys would see there's a long sword, kind of a decorative long sword over the fireplace. Does not look fancy, but it looks nice. Over the fireplace. The first door you come to, and there's two right next to them. They look both like standard interior doors. The first door looks a little bit nicer, like it's a little bit more of a ceremonial door. The other one looks much more plain. So the first one is a little nicer. The second one's a little bit more plain. And from here, you should be able to see, I do believe,
Well,
it's hard to see on the map, but there's two more where I'm kind of highlighting.
I was
You
gonna
see
say, I
two
should
more
have enough
doors over there.
movement. Okay, I was
Yeah.
gonna say I should have enough movement to kind of get to the corner and like look around the side too, if I can.
Yeah. Yep, and you see two more doors over there as well.
Got it.
Pat, what are you doing?
I'm gonna wait until he gets to about the fireplace,
Mhm.
and then that's kind of neat. I can't remember how to move my character in the game, but I'm pretty much just going to make a more direct route to where Rivers is.
I can just click and drag mine.
Yeah, you should be able to
Oh.
click and drag. Make sure up at the top the little person is highlighted and the square is highlighted on the left side of your screen.
Yep.
There you
I
go.
see it there, yes.
So you just kind of dart across the hall, across the room. You see this door on the same wall with you. You can see the other two doors in this little kind of cubby hole, and then you can see the stairs leading up.
Gonna peer forward toward, like, stick my head out towards, like, the next set of squares, like down that open hall.
It's a small hallway. It's like a little cubby more than anything. And you see
Okay,
two more doors.
Guys, I'm sorry for not swinging at the girl. Sorry. It's my fault.
That'll teach
I-
you. That'll teach you. Okay, so let's take a second round while they're kind of studying them. That probably took I know, one turn, but probably you're moving slow. You're inspecting. You're looking. Probably takes a minute just to kind of take in the room. A minute or two. What do you want to do next?
Me still? Like us still?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay with you two for just a minute since the other two are casting a spell.
So,
Doug, you know what I'm about to do.
yeah,
I'm not even going to say anything, but I'm going to try to open that door.
the ceremonial one, not even the pantry.
It opens.
I'm not going in it. I'm just looking.
It opens.
Oh.
Without any problem.
Oh,
Is
say
that what you-
it to everybody. This one's unlocked.
Okay. Say that out loud. You see inside a large dining room table with about 8 chairs scattered around it. It's a beautiful mahogany table surrounded by 8 high-backed chairs, sculpted beautiful armrests, cushioned seats. A crystal chandelier hangs above the table, covered with resplendent silverware and crystal all over the table. It looks like it's set um, with this beautiful crystal and silver china. Mounted above another fireplace on the left side of the room. It's kind of hard to see from your vantage point, but you just make it out. You can see another fireplace. It is not lit, and that's really all you see with your night vision. Lack of night vision. Would you like to go into the room, or are you staying out here?
No, keep looking, but look over Rivers. I think this is the dining room.
While he says that, open this door.
Yeah.
You open this door, and it appears to be a small closet. There are a number of black robes, like hooded robes, all hung up on the walls.
Vampire clothes.
Looks like about 9 of them.
What's your obsession with vampires?
I mean, I don't know. Read between the lines, you know. Bunch of black cloaks, high collars, disappearing mist children. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna do one more round of you guys looking around. I'm gonna go back to the detect magic finally going off, as you kind of see this room. That's all that's in it. It's just a bunch of cloaks.
Does it smell like there's any food in the dining room?
Well, it does not. From where you're at.
A lot of garlic.
Yeah, very very Italian food. Yeah.
Gosh. You know what? Might as well just hop over and check out this door.
Gonna open them all up.
Why not?
What's up with
You
this?
open it up.
What's up with this one?
You look into this room. Again, it's hard to see because you don't have any lights. There's a little bit of light that spills in thanks to Darren. Right to your left is a wolf. It appears to be stuffed. But it is a frozen, stuffed wolf. Looks a little bit bigger than the ones you saw in the woods. This looks like it is a pretty good sized alpha wolf. Not dire wolf by any means, but a bigger wolf right at your feet. And starts kind of looking into the room. It's hard to make out what's in the room, but you get the impression from what you can see in the darkness is it looks like some sort of a den. There's another fireplace in the room. It's not lit. You can make out a couple of chairs, a table, and you're fairly certain there's another wolf in the room, another stuffed wolf in the room.
Right.
Man, I'm glad that I didn't open that door.
A wolf
Especially
den.
given
Another-
my situation
Yeah,
right before I left.
another dead stuffed wolf.
All right. Well,
There's also a couple of cabinets in the room as well.
roger that.
Two big, like almost like dressers, like armoire type.
I'm
big
gonna wait.
cabinets.
I'm waiting for backup until I go into this sketchy ass room.
Okay. While you study this room, what are you doing, Pat, for the last of these 3 turns while he was taking the time to cast Detect Magic?
I'm gonna walk in here,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna walk up to the table.
Okay. You do. The wall paneling in the room is carved with elegant images of of deer and trees. Beautiful, beautiful, walls and art. You see red silk drapes, kind of looking at on the far side of this room. Looks like giant red drapes. Looks to be covering the wall, the far south wall. And over the fireplace is a framed painting of some sort of like a looks like a scenery of like a dale, you see a little brook and nice beautiful painting, brook and a field.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, you see these drapes.
Nothing wrong with
in the
this
fire
house.
center.
Nice old house.
Yeah, other than the fucking ghost, you could probably get a pretty good price on it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. And Pat, you can see another door in this room. Probably leads out to that little cubby hole based on the dynamics of where you're at. It's like maybe a second entrance into this.
Can I just
dining room.
walk? Can I walk over and just open that door?
Yep, sure can.
Nice.
Oh, we can't. That's cool. I didn't realize about Foundry. Like, I can't see what Pat's seeing on his. That's neat.
Yeah, unless you cheat and look at the stream right now.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so Pat, you open that door. You kind of move through the dining room. That's what you see. You see these again. You see these kind of drapes on the back wall. You see the painting. You see the table. It's well set. Nice china. That's all you see.
All right, I guess walk back into the hallway.
There's
And
another door right to your left.
look at Rivers. Should we open all the doors?
I mean,
Should we wait for the rest of them? Yeah, open the door.
You do. I locked it. It's pretty dark over here. What you can make out what appears to be a kitchen. But
Does it smell like there's food in here?
You don't smell like cooked food, no. But
Padre should be hungry.
really hard to see. Well, he lost all his snacks. He left it on the wagon. I guess still.
That's
I
right.
had at least 4 wheels of cheese in there and 2 loaves of bread.
That's right.
That's like, I'm not getting that back.
Big boy. Can I, as I see him moseying in there, do I have enough movement in the turn to just kind of head towards him, basically,
Sure.
while people are still...
If you'd like to, give me a perception roll when you walk away.
Got me or Roger?
You.
Okay. Away from that room. Perfect.
Just see if you notice the wolves following you out.
Coming
One
to
of us
life,
alive.
yeah.
The wolves that are stuffed with mostaccioli.
15.
15. Do
Yeah.
you close that door or do you leave it open?
Fucking leave it open.
Okay. As you take a step away, as you kind of turn, you kind of head back, you kind of look away for just a second, you do feel like that wolf that was closest to the door looks like it's in a slightly different position.
Yeah, that's creepy.
You're literally in a wolf den.
Yeah.
That is literally what the room is called, but sure.
It's
Okay.
all lost on me.
Lysander, finally, after a few moments, and Casimir, I know you're just listening, Kevin. Let us know when you get to your house. I'm assuming you're just kind of hanging out next to the other two for now.
Yeah. I'm hanging out. Just wait. I'm with which two? The humans or the non-humans or the
I
freaks?
have you with the non-humans currently. Would you like to
Got
go
it.
investigate the rest of the house, or do you want to stay in the front?
No. In that case, I don't call them freaks.
The
Lysander.
two who might be finding an escape route versus the
Yeah.
two who are wandering through the haunted house.
Yeah.
Yeah. I choose that group then.
Okay, so Lysander, your spell finally goes off. You feel this wave of energy come across from your patron, where your magic really comes from. Now, something is strange about it. As you finally pull the magic in, just like when he was talking to you, you kind of lost that connection with him the first night. As you pull the power through and into yourself, it feels distant. It feels like it's further away. Like you have to work harder to pull this magic in. But it does come without too much trouble. But you do have to feel like it's it's a longer distance to go from your patron. But your eyes kind of start to glow, and you see a couple of things. You sense a couple of things. One, the mist that is now kind of at your feet. You sense a deep powerful magic coming from the mist. There is something intensely strong in the mist itself at your feet, and it's right now. It's just really at your ankles. You can see a little bit of it has come into the house. There is something from that. The door itself does not appear to be magical. You don't see any magic on the door itself, but there appears to be almost like a barrier of magic that looks and feels similar to the mist all around the door. You see it on the walls, the wall that Kevin is standing next to, and Calsolis is standing next to should be the outer wall, based on where you guys came in. You're on that left side of the house. You can see almost like spindling spider webs of magic all throughout the wall, almost like it's like veins within the wall.
Doug, I have an odd question. Could I tell what this magic is by what it looks like?
I will say, with certainty, you have not experienced magic that looks or feels like this. Whatever the mist is, whatever magic is infusing the mist, it is ancient. It actually reminds you of your Fey patron in sort of a similar cousin to it kind of feel to it. It feels ancient.
I think what I'm kind of curious about is I wonder if the spindles on the wall are actually protection magic against the mist. That's where my brain is going, but I want to.
It looks very similar to the mist, actually.
Okay.
Looks like it's a similar construct.
Gotcha. Okay.
Almost, I think what you would take from it is you see this powerful, this like unchanneled, or this very channeled mist, which is much more stronger. You can feel it and sense it. It almost looks like it's infected the wall.
Okay,
that makes more sense.
So it's almost like the mist is a more potent version of this thing. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. While that's also going on, I want to look at the names. I assume that these portraits, being portraits, and this being the type of house it is, that there is some sort of label on them, or That's what I want. That's what I want.
It appears to be the family name that's written under all of the portraits. It has their first and last names. I don't have all their first and last names handy, but their last name is Durst for all of them.
Like Durst. Fred Durst?
D-U-R-S-T, Durst.
Cool.
It's just one of those days.
Yeah, I'm going to break stuff.
Instead of haunted houses.
West Borland just pops out. What's up, motherfuckers?
He would be here too.
He would be here. Yeah, he fit right in. Okay. All right.
So Darren, what are you doing? You see him still looking around the room. See his eyes are glowing this, kind of golden light as the detect magic is on. It's good for 10 minutes.
Right.
Just what do you got? What are we seeing? What are we doing?
Well, I think you kind of would already imagine that the house is got magic all around of it in it. The mist appears to be a more concentrated version of the magic that is infecting this house. I think we should probably move away from the mist and see if we can find another way out of this house.
Okay, if the mist is coming in, I don't know that another way out's going to present itself, but
I don't. Well, maybe the mist is only coming in this direction
from here.
Okay. Yeah.
If that's the case, then the basement is not the right path.
Potentially, unless there's some sort of tunnel that leads out from the basement.
Sure. I guess my point is a window is an easier way out than.
Yeah, we should see if there is any sort of way that we could like bed sheets or anything that we might be able to like possibly clamber together to crawl or climb down out of the second story window
Or first story windows.
or first story window. Yeah. Regardless, I don't think we should stay in the vestibule much longer.
All right. Well, then I
Head
guess
into
we'll
the-
move in.
Main room. Okay.
Yeah.
3 of you head into the main room. You see everything I've described to the other 2. They are checking out a kitchen about this point. You see them kind of in this little cubby hole. You can see this hallway is open that leads into a dining hall. With your vision, Darren, you can see into the room and Lysander. There is a giant red, like satin curtains, look like giant drapes in the dining room hall across the way. And then there's a smaller room right to your right, and with the door propped open, you guys also see as you go into the room a pretty large stuffed wolf. It's not moving.
I literally shake my head and then walk over and close the door.
To the wolf room.
The wolf room, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Right, you step over to the wolf door, close the door. You see that there's a couple of big armoires in the room. You can actually make out the room much better. It is a den. It is clearly a den, Darren. And you can see that there are 3 wolves in the room, 3 stuffed wolves in the room. There's a couple of chairs, a fireplace, a table, and these 2 giant kind of armoires. But yeah, you shut the door.
Yeah, definitely closing the door.
Okay. What are you 2 doing? Human squad.
These stairs are going up, yes?
Yes,
Sorry,
yes,
I
they are
didn't
going
know.
up. Yep.
One more thing before we move on. The curtains, are there any, am I getting any magic off of them?
You see as you look, well, they're more than 30 feet away, I think. at this
Okay,
point.
never mind then.
So
Okay.
you can see them, but you don't sense any magic. I mean, it's just barely 30 feet, actually. Pretty close to 30 feet. I would say, True, as you look that way, it's actually exactly 30 feet. You can just see that spindly web going across that back wall.
Okay.
That same spindly web. You don't see it on any interior walls, but you can see in like these smaller rooms. It looks like it's kind of around the outside of the house.
Gotcha.
Human squad. You see a kitchen. Was the last thing you saw.
Going into the kitchen.
Going into the kitchen. Okay. You head in. There's another small door. You see a nice big oven as well. There's another small door at the back of the kitchen.
Does it look like
As
anybody's been?
they're
cooking?
wandering into the darkness, I tell them there's no reason to use stealth anymore if you guys want to light some torches or whatever else. You don't need to fumble in the dark.
We got that big fireplace that's ripping, right? A little bit, so we can at least
Yeah.
get some.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good-
Once you leave the main hall, though, as you go into these little
Dark,
side rooms,
yeah.
it gets dim. For certain, it's not pitch black.
Yeah, good call though. Light it up.
Grab some
Divine
candelabra.
sense.
Get one
With
of those
Kevin,
creepy little like finger, little candle that you hold with your finger,
There are
Yeah.
candles throughout the house. Like you can see that should be lit or could be lit. You can see candles. You guys probably have some torches. If you have it in your inventory, you can light a torch. I know, Kevin, you were about to say something. Are you want to light up a ball of light again?
Yes, do that, and also divine sense. Do I still have that? I don't know if that carries over from last game or not. But
It does not. You are not a paladin
Damn it.
anymore. Sorry. It does not follow you around. Okay, but you're going to light up a light. So you do that. What are the 2 of you doing? You guys going to light any candles or torches?
Not the moment for me. I want to step into this closet and. Is this door closed again or no? No, never mind. And then I want to quickly rifle through some of the clothes, see if I can find anything useful, find any kind of little tidbits.
They're cloaks. There's no pockets or anything. It looks like an outer cloak, like you would wear over top of your clothes, so you don't feel any pockets or anything. As you fumble through, it is just 9 cloaks. At the top of you do see a little shelf, and there's a nice little top hat up on the top shelf.
Just
like a noble's
okay,
top.
cool. Nothing else in the closet, just clothes.
No.
All right, fair enough.
Okay. And then you're checking out the kitchen. Pat, you looking for anything in particular?
I'm gonna grab a candle. Actually, I probably can't see very well the further I get into the house. So I'm gonna, I guess, come back into the main area and grab a. Yep.
Okay. You grab a little candle, light it up, and then are you heading into the kitchen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Yeah, let you up. Yeah, you see a nice little stove, kitchen that looks like it's well supplied, and then a little door that's cracked open that looks like maybe a small pantry at the back. There's also a small, yeah, okay, good. There's also another small little, like, looks like a tiny little, like a dumbwaiter, like a little half door on the other wall, closest to the door.
oh, nifty. Does it look like it goes up or down, or like if
It's like
this is the?
You'd have to go inspect it, but
No, man, that's how people lose their noggins. Check out this pantry.
you open it up. It is a pantry. It is well stocked with food, vegetables, fruits, dried meats. It's well stocked.
All right, grab a stick of salami and maybe an apple or pear.
Okay.
Pear, apple directly in the mouth.
You
Salami
go to bite.
in the pocket.
Thank
Okay,
you,
go ahead.
Jason, for putting everything in your mouth. You bite into the apple, and you eat it. It tastes very dull, almost just bland, like tasteless.
Pull out the piece that's in my mouth. Does it look like it's
It looks
an
fine.
apple? Oh.
It looks like an apple. It just doesn't taste like an apple.
Maybe it's like one of those Honey Crisps that's not quite ripe yet. Like take another bite, like right in the middle.
It tastes the same, bland.
Try a bite of the sausage.
Tastes the same as the apple,
Ah,
Uh-oh.
bland.
run back in with both of those things in my hands. Oh,
Okay.
okay. Wait, I gotta go here first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, the food is awful. Hold them both out. Try it. It's so bland. It doesn't taste like anything.
I'll make sure to leave a nasty Yelp review. What the fuck you want me to do about it? Just
Think about if I can hear that, I want to think about what that means and like use any kind of like monster hunting experience. I know that's a stretch, but like, is that any kind of a signifier of any sort of being that I know about?
Give me a nature check.
I know it's a stretch, but just
That
like
is a stretch, but
19.
19. No creatures that would ring a bell to that. What it more sounds like to you is stories you've heard of, like, there are spells you've seen and heard of in your travels where you can like summon food and like paladins, knights. There are magical beings that can summon food. That food is usually very bland. It's just not
Got
real.
it.
It's like
I was
projected.
just going to suggest is anything about this place real?
You say that.
Well, I mean, it feels pretty real. It just tastes not great.
I just look at Rivers. Or not Rivers. Sorry, Roderick. Do me a favor.
Mhm.
Whenever we're in a haunted house situation, don't just start eating things. You very well might have just poisoned yourself and maybe the first one to die. So I want you to think about that as we continue moving through this house.
on second thought, no. Don't go. Actually, go ahead and eat more things.
I had flashbacks of Jason drinking the plague.
Plague.
Lick it.
Drinking
Put it in my mouth. What's
I'm
it
gonna
taste
lick it.
What's-
Literally a plague vial.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you two doing? As he comes out, I'm going to keep just going around the room. I mean, I don't want to stay in initiative order, so you guys kind of just interrupt and do what you want to do. But Darren, and we'll start with you. We'll head back to you and Lysander. So you're all in this kind of main.
Well, I see Rivers in this closet, and as he's, I guess, finishing up checking stuff, I tell him to grab all the cloaks and bring them with him. We might need those. just rip them off the wall.
Sure, I'll grab them.
And then I guess I'm going to walk over to the stairs and just kind of look up and see what I can see on the next floor without actually going up.
Yeah,
Kind of
it's a
craning my
circular
neck around
stairs,
as much as possible.
you kind of have to.
Like getting
looks
into
like
a position that I can see up, maybe like in the middle here or something.
Yeah, kind of step up into the stairs, kind of poking your head up. You've got the night vision. Looks like it drops open into some sort of a like a landing, like an open landing that probably sits over this main hall, probably a similar shape and design. And you can just make out a couple of doors up at the top.
Or doors.
More doors, lots of doors. A big house.
And then I just call into the dining room. What do you got in there, Lysander?
I'm going to. I see the feast, the sort of table setting, the 8 chairs. Start sniffing the based on what Roderick was saying about the food. Start sniffing around on the glasses and any of the other food that's like on the table.
As you sniff around, with your an active perception there and really kind of smelling it, it looks like none of this stuff's been used in some time. Looks nice, but looks like it's been sitting.
Film of dust on the glasses.
There's no dust. Yeah, there's no dust, but it definitely gives you the sense that it hasn't been used, like it's been sitting in a cabinet for a long time. That actually almost seems to contradict the fact you almost expect to see dust, but everything in the house seems well kept. So you see the picture on the left, and then you see this, the giant red, beautiful velvet drapes on the back wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and look at those drapes. It's like the third time you've mentioned them. I'm gonna go ahead.
I'm just describing each room very carefully.
Go ahead, touch them, put them in my mouth, like whatever. Sniff them, lick them.
You walk up to the drapes. As you pull them to the side, as you kind of inspect them, there are what appears to be window sills behind them, as you would expect behind drapes. However, the windows have been bricked up.
Bricked?
Oh, man.
We're going nowhere, boys.
Yeah.
Aaron, what are you doing? You continue to stare up at the stairs.
Well, I'm sure it's not like going up there by myself, so I'm waiting for the rest of the group to decide what they're doing. I'm keeping an eye on the second floor, though.
So weird not having one person just walk off and be like, "Holy shit, I found something."
Yeah, I know.
Well, we kind of do.
Right. Normally, yeah, I'm much more used to like a single bad actor just like just wandering off and like touching everything, and all of a sudden, holy shit, there's
things
off here.
I was gonna say, you mean like people just eating random things in somebody's house that clearly does not seem right?
Try being 220 pounds, walking all night, having your bag stolen.
Oh,
come on.
Here we go. Oh god!
I thought you were going to go like on a fast, like doing like this is like this weird, just like doing your cut, like.
I only fast in the morning when I'm walking, man.
That's sure.
I need my cheese.
Only you were
What are the rest of you doing? Anybody doing anything of note on the ground floor as Drew checks out the dining room one last time?
Look in the fireplace and see if I can see like open sky through the flue.
Yeah. You would need to be a pretty small creature to climb up there, but yeah, you can sense cool air coming through the draft. Currently.
Okay.
Cool.
Gotcha.
So no
All
worries.
right.
We can escape by climbing out of the fireplace.
Right. We'll just chew our way out of here.
I am hungry.
Set Roderick on the goddamn bricks. We'll be out of here in no time.
Ethan, what are you doing?
I want to go into where was the half door in the kitchen?
Yeah.
I want to go in there.
So it looks like Roderick was heading there as well. So you two headed to the kitchen. Hey, yeah, there's a little half door. You want to open it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
It's a little dumbwaiter. Looks like there's a little pulley system. Looks like it goes up to the second, at least up to the second floor.
Excellent. Look at Roderick, raise my eyebrows. You know what this means.
That somebody got food delivered on the second floor.
Means we have
Where's
two
the
angles.
dumbwaiter?
We've got two angles of attack here. It's like my die always says.
Oh.
Oh boy.
And then quizzically raised his eyes, and actually I don't think my die ever said anything about this particular situation. But either way, it's good. Maybe we can get up there quiet without anything, realizing we're coming.
You would, very similar to the fireplace, you'd have to be pretty small to
Oh,
use the
never mind.
dumbwaiter as a personal.
I was imagining like a big platform. Okay, all right, never mind.
Yeah,
Is
Well,
like
you know what?
You could maybe get 2 plates on there.
While I'm there, is it like big enough I can stick my head in and look up?
Oh, absolutely.
Don't do that.
I insist that you do.
Don't do that. Some
Uh,
people lose their noggins.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
I guess I did eat food from
Sticking your head in little boxes in a haunted house. This is great. As the guillotine comes crashing. No, just kidding. No, you poke your head up through the little dumbwaiter.
There's nothing in there.
Yeah, you just see it looks like it goes up into the darkness.
Okay. All right. Well, that's that.
When he comes back out of there, is there a way to like latch that one? Like latch
Unlock
that
it?
door? Yeah.
No, there's no latch on
Little pantry door kind of vibe.
it. Yep.
Head back into the main area if that's the only other.
So you're all back in the main hall. You see Elsolis looking up the stairs, kind of halfway up the stairs, poking his head up, her head up.
Her. Yep. And I do tell Lysander when he comes back out that room behind us, there's 3 stuffed wolves hanging out. So we'll want to keep track of that.
I appreciate that you guys are assuming everything is going to attack. I love it.
He did say it moved.
I said he thought it.
Creepy
Looks
ghost girl. Creepy dude walking down the street in the middle of the night.
Yeah, Darren didn't say anything. Darren didn't say anything about that to anybody. So
Well, I don't.
Sure.
I don't think I did either, and I might have. Didn't I see it move as well, or no?
you saw the wolf move.
the wolf
You feel like the wolf moved, like it was in a slightly different position. It could have been your eyes just playing trick on you.
Of course.
But I did see someone walking and kids disappeared, so it's a safe assumption that the stuffed wolves are not stuffed.
Ask the group. I mean, upstairs or not at the closed door, or clear the check out the den. What do you guys think?
Did you find
You know what's
anything, Lysander, in the
What's
dining room?
interesting is I heard something underneath, but underneath the floorboards, but I don't see any stairs going down.
That's what I was
I-
just wondering.
Yeah, you've checked all the rooms except for the den relatively thoroughly. You've not seen any stairs that lead down at this point.
So it's
Yeah.
probably in there then. Because I said it was in the basement and that there was a monster. Wait.
Yeah, but do we trust the 2 ghost girls or the ghost girl?
So there's
don't
a
think we
trap
should-
in the basement.
At
But
this
then-
point, it's just about, getting out, right? And like Lysander and Calsola said, I mean,
Here's what we know. Here's what we know. Mist is seeping in through the front door, and it's
It
not
is?
letting us out.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah.
It,
And the-
it
and
is
the
not
outer
letting
walls-
us out.
Laced with magic.
Oh my god.
Which means
What?
there's no way out on the main floor. Thereby, there is probably no way out on the bottom floor. If there's any chance, it's going to have to be up if we can get up there before the mist catches up, if it's not already up there. That's my assumption.
safe assumption to me.
I'd still like to get eyes in the basement. I'm curious to see if there. I just want to make sure we're checking all the boxes here. There might be a tunnel out of here. I don't know if it's a gateway to hell, but walls start bleeding. Something.
Enchanted weapon armory.
Enchanted weapon armory. There might be a
I get the
Gundam.
feeling that we're only going to get to choose one way or the other. So,
there are clearly 2 doors here. There's stairs and a den you have not checked out.
that's my point.
I think it might be smart of us to stick together at this point.
For sure.
Yeah.
So let's pick one and go.
I see that Calsolus is already halfway up the stairs. Let's start going up the stairs.
Stairs?
Yep, I'll follow along for sure.
Okay. You make your way up the stairs. Is everybody going up? Anybody staying down?
Peer in at the
Whoever's
walls.
pulling up the rear needs to keep eyes on behind us.
Oh, I can do that. As long as I know someone's behind me, I will stare intently behind us.
Why don't somebody with like decent dark vision be in the back? So, because
Also a good point.
forward with the
All
3
right, I'll let
humans in the middle.
everybody pass. Yeah, I'll let everybody pass.
So, Lysander, are you leading the group up the stairs then?
Sure. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll go first.
Okay. You start heading upstairs with everyone behind. What about you, Kevin? Now that you're back in the saddle, you heading up the stairs as well, or looks like Darren is trying to take up the rear.
Phrasing.
Yeah, well, just go up the stairs. Let me jump in the line right in front of Calsolus.
Okay. Very good. Well, Lysander, you make your way up the stairs. You all do. As you come up the stairs, you see oil lamps mounted on all the walls. Again, of this elegant hall that you come to. And there are doors that you can see immediately to the left and to the right as you come up the stairs. And I'll move you guys there in a second. There are 4 what look like metal armored, like armors, like this looks sitting there, all holding spears in the 4 corners of this hall. They look like ceremonial armor on the 4 in the 4 corners. Hanging above a mantelpiece is a wood framed portrait, and it says the Durst family. You can see, I have the first names now. Gustav and Elizabeth with their children, Rose and Thorn and Walter. And you see the 2 pictures of the kids. They look exactly like you saw them. You see 2 adults, and the father is holding a swaddled baby in the portrait. And the woman in the portrait looks to be kind of looking at the baby with scorn.
Oh.
That she was able to hold that pose for so
Yeah,
long.
that's the moment they chose to capture, huh?
So there's an east and a west door and these 4 suits of armor. And then the stairs continue to go up to a 3rd floor from here.
Keep going up.
Are the armors radiating magic?
You do not see any magic coming off of the armor.
Okay.
There's another fireplace that's unlit in this little hallway.
There's 5 doors up here? On this floor?
It's just 2. I had to make it big enough. I had to put 2 doors there, but it's a door to the left and a door to the right. That's it.
Okay. How tall was this? Was 4 stories, right?
Oh, actually, hold on. Map's kind of hard to see on the. Yeah, it looks like it was 3 stories and like an attic, but you did see windows up there as well, so it looked like a 4th floor. I lied. There is 1 door right next to the stairs as you come up as well. I almost couldn't see it there. So there's 1 door immediately out the stairwell, and then there's 2 into the hallway.
If you zoom out, you can see an exterior shot of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
There you go.
There's a balcony on the 3rd floor.
Um,
Do we
cleared or keep heading up?
chance? I said, do we chance going up another level to see if we can get ahead of the mist and find a way out, or do we want to go floor by floor and give the mist a chance to catch up?
I want to make sure that if we do go up next, there's nothing on these stairs that's going to creep. Nothing on this floor that's going to creep up behind us. So maybe give this floor a quick look over, and then we can move on.
Okay.
There are 3 doors, one by the stairs, and then 2 a little further into the hall between the sets of armor.
I guess I'll go ahead and open this door here by the stairs.
Okay, you open that as you come up. And what you see inside that room, Drew, is a small bedroom with a pair of two small, very small beds. Looks like from the look of it, possibly like a servant's room. Like looks very compared to the rest of the house, which is very ornate and very well to do. This looks like a very simple room with 2 beds. You would assume a servant's quarters.
Are the outside walls on this floor still having that webbed magic?
Yeah,
Okay.
they do.
Are there any windows in this room?
There are no windows in this room. There's another, looks like another hallway, or looks like another small door in the room. Based on the room, you would think maybe another small closet.
Okay. Close this door.
Okay.
And then
One by one.
well, I'll pause there and let everyone.
So you don't go in. You just poke it open, look, take a quick peek, and close it.
Exactly. Right.
Okay, got it. Okay, what's the rest of you doing? Rivers.
While I was doing that, I'll open the next one on the same wall.
Same wall?
Yep.
You open it up, and you did not get any sort of light, correct?
No, other than what Casimir is.
Yeah,
casting,
Casimir
right?
is. Yep, I'm gonna put that out real quick. I'll turn that on.
No, I did not.
There you go. Casimir's light pretty much lights up this whole floor around him. It's like 20 feet of light, so it's pretty significant. As you do, you see. Excuse me. There you go. You see what appears to be a study. You can see a desk, a chair, more drapes along the back wall. Looks like a very well adorned office or study or den of some sort of study.
Okay. Nothing crawling around in there. Nothing moving.
There's nothing
Quiet and dark.
currently moving.
All right.
Call out what you see. I just yell that to everybody as they're opening doors.
Yeah, I'll just.
Now, are you going in there, Rivers? Are you just again doing a quick? That's what I see, and closing the door.
I'm gonna leave the door open, swing it open, and say, looks like a study. Nothing in here. Nothing I can see.
Are there windows?
There are drapes along the back wall.
Looks like it. Looks like there's drapes.
I look at Lysander. See what you can see.
Yeah. See if they're bricked up.
You going in?
Are you going in, or are you just looking through the door?
I was going to go in.
Okay. Yeah, you head in. What does this look like for you, Pat? As you walk into the room, what are you doing? Are you like investigating the room? Looking around? Or are you just taking a quick glance?
I mean, I honestly have no intention of going to the curtains because I'm still quite afraid. So I'm just going to kind of stand there, right, just past the threshold of the door,
Okay, got it.
looking around.
Okay. What about you, Kevin? They go into that kind of far wall. You can, you guys see into this room. You see the study in there. What are you doing?
I'm going to open another door.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Would you like to open the other door?
Yeah, I'm going to, the one that's across from you there, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You see.
The piano?
I got a baby grand up in that piece.
Yes, they do. Room 10. You see beautiful drapes over the far back wall once again, looking like they're going to be covering additional windows. It appears. A brass-plated chandelier hanging from the ceiling. Nice chairs, nice upholstered chairs. Line some of the walls. You see a beautiful stained glass wall, sort of like almost like a window wall, with some sort of painting that depicts a beautiful woman and children singing and playing instruments. Harpsichord with a bench rests in the northeast corner. Near the fireplace is a large standing trunk.
Go in.
Okay, you do. What would you like to do? Would you go in?
Go over to the harpsichord here.
Okay. Piano, harpsichord. Yep.
Piano, yeah. Press the key.
Okay, you do. Makes a sound. It's very loud. Kind of echoes through the hall. Doesn't work.
Okay. Of course, my little light is following me in here. Are these doors on this other side?
Those are the windows. So
Windows,
you can
windows,
see these giant drapes once again.
Draw them back.
You do. You see the same thing that Drew saw at the lower level. You see that the windows are all bricked up. Now, when you guys walked up here to this house, you could see windows. They were clearly windows. But you do not see them any longer.
Oh.
Did you say that the mosaic was a window?
Yeah, it's like a stained glass window, but it's like attached to the wall. So it's a very odd, probably very expensive art. The way it's designed.
But is it a window?
No, it's not a window.
It's not a window.
It's like a stained glass, like paint. I said
Okay.
window because I said stained glass. But...
Okay.
I'll follow Roger
Lysander.
into the, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
No, yeah, go ahead. No. You guys head into there.
Yeah, I'll go with him. Once he crosses the threshold, I'll walk in there with him as well.
Okay. What does this look like for you? Kind of color it out. Are you looking around the room? Or are you just giving a quick inspection? What does this look like?
Looking at the window first because that was what was voiced out. So I glance at that and probably head over there too to draw back the drapes. But like kind of head on a swivel, left and right across the room while I'm walking in.
Give me an investigation check, please.
Investigation.
Lysander, while he's rolling that, when you walk into this room, you do see that there's another fireplace in here. And as you kind of move closer to that side of the room, you see that there's little glass figurines on top of the fireplace, Drew. And as closer inspection, as you kind of walk in, you see them at first. And as you take a couple steps in, you can see that they're actually little skeletons, little glass skeletons on the fireplace. You get Rivers?
Oh, yeah, 20. Dirty 20. 19 plus
Dirty 20. You look through the room quickly. Number one, there's a few things on the desk. As you check the windows, same thing. You see the windows are bricked up. But you do see a couple of things. Next to the bookshelf, there's a bookshelf to the right as you're looking into this room as you kind of come in. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Sorry. Wrong button. As you step in, there's a few things on the desk. There's also a bookshelf kind of to the right, to your right. And you can see what looks like a indentation in the bookshelf.
Like an impact? Like something has been thrown against it?
No, more like there's a little tiny slit of space between two of the bookshelves.
Creepy. Like
on
that
the
I can
desk.
Go ahead, yeah.
Oh yeah. Look, it looks like the two bookshelves aren't quite aligned next to each other. Like there's a little bit of a space that you can see. The other thing you can see is on the desk there are several items resting on it: a jar of ink, a pen, a little tinderbox, a letter, like a lettering kit with, like wax, to do that. Some blank sheets of paper and parchment. A wooden seal bearing a big giant D, probably for Durst family. That actually has part of a windmill in the D. And that's what you see sitting on the desk. And there's a number of drawers as well.
Anything written? Partially written letter?
No, they're blank piece of paper. There are also three little drawers in the desk as well. What do you want to do?
I'd like to see if I can peek in that space between the bookshelves.
Yeah, you make your way over there. There is, if you get closer to it, Ethan, you can see it's not well hidden, but you can see it looks like it's been cracked open. There appears to be, it looks like this bookshelf can slide to the side.
Oh,
Sick.
Like a doorway.
I knew there were some secret passages up in this bitch.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
Cool.
naturally.
Yeah, I want to slide it. I don't know if it's still my turn or not, but
Yeah. You finish that
Yeah.
out. So you kind of just
Yeah, I
push
wanna-
it forward. It
Yep.
slides easily, like it's been well oiled, like it's designed for this and is used frequently. It slides to the left, kind of revealing an open room. Give me a dexterity saving throw as you do.
perfect. That's no issue at all.
It's an elevator shaft. You fall down.
You fall down, you're dead. 5.
Ooh, nice.
Very sturdy 5.
As you slide the door open, you see a skeleton on the ground that is crumpled over a chest, like an old chest. And as the door slides open, you hear a and a dart sticks into your shoulder.
Okay, cool.
Give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Shit's laced with fentanyl. Tripping
Yeah.
balls, dude.
Oh, nice. I got a 7.
7. You are poisoned officially.
I was just gonna ask, can I use inspiration on a saving throw?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, how bad is being poisoned? That kind of sucks, doesn't it?
Disadvantage on rolls, right? Attacks and otherwise.
Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna go
correct.
ahead and use my inspiration.
Remakes.
Hiya! 17.
That's a lot better.
17. That is much better. All right. You resist the poison. So you're gonna take half damage from this as well, and you are not poisoned. That'll be 3 points of poison damage.
Alrighty.
As this dart sticks into you.
Ouch. Give out a little little yelp.
Like, everybody okay? What's going on?
Wander over there, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
looking up and down the stairs and all directions.
Yeah. A trap.
So you're walking in there, or was that you, Darren? It's just hard to hear voices sometimes in my earpiece here.
I just called out, is everybody okay? What's going on? And I'm kind of just, looking every direction at the moment.
While you're doing that and listening, is everything okay? You say that out loud. Darren, something whispers back to you from upstairs. We're not okay.
No.
Yeah.
Neither am
That.
I.
We need your help. You hear this whisper.
And this place is an old priest and a young priest. This fucking
So sexy.
This is all bad, dude. This is all
I
bad.
mean, isn't that us? Isn't that us? Aren't we the young priest and old priest?
An army of old priests and young priests. Okay. Roderick, you walk in. You see this door has been opened. Clearly, a secret passage has been opened. You see you pull the dart out, I assume, Rivers. Yeah, and you see two things. You see a chest, and you see a small, what looks like a hatch, Ethan, on the ground. The skeleton has
Everything
three of
fucking neck.
has three of those darts in it. You can see.
Sick. Chests look
Looks
pretty
like-
ornate, like or does
It
it
looks-
look like it? What does it look like?
It looks like a
it
nice
shoots.
chest.
Looks like it shoots poison arrows out of it.
Yeah, you can see the device is right
Dangerous.
above the chest, kind of at the where the ceiling meets the wall. You can see a device. It looks like it would have held about a dozen of these darts. It looks like only one was left.
Lucky me. Yeah, Saint
Yours?
Roderick. Saint Roderick.
The last guy that came through here didn't have
got
such
lit
a-
up, dude.
Yeah, he got all 11 darts.
Saint Roderick looks like someone wanted to, as I'm like rubbing my fucking shoulder, someone wanted to keep this well hidden. It looks like, you know,
Oh my goodness.
kind of yell back like something's in here to the rest of their group. Kind of anything would, I mean, or like you said earlier, our cover's blown anyway, so I'm not even gonna be that quiet. Like in here, you know.
Okay. Well, while that's going on, I want to go back over to Kevin and Lysander and Darren. You two in the other room, you hear a couple of things from the other side of the house. What are you two doing?
Well, I see Lysander scoping out the fireplace.
Yep.
And the mantle. Head over that way. I'm not trying to be overly obsessed with making noise here, but
Playing harpsichord.
move over to the actual harp.
The harp.
Strum my hand down the harp. Go over to the fireplace.
Yeah, you guys go over there. You see the mantle with these 6 little porcelain skeletons.
Anything differentiates one from another?
Your harp music. No, they just look like they're in different postures. You know, one's standing up, kind of praying. One's his hands out. One is kneeling. They're just
crude.
little figures.
One
Nice.
bent over, one standing behind it. Like, who put these like this? Lysander, damn it. Look into the fireplace.
It's empty. It's not lit. Just ash and dust.
Nothing. Doesn't look like there's any sort of anything that moves, changes. Maybe that's the whole. Maybe
You see the flue control, but that's really it.
that's it. Okay. Grab one of the figurines.
Glass porcelain figurine.
Put it back down.
Doug, I have 2 questions. I'd like to make an insight check and see if, when looking at all 6 porcelain figurines, if they're like, if we kind of rearrange them, if they would kind of like make
Yeah.
a story or some sort of like, narrative, almost like a Stations of the Cross kind of thing.
Sure. Give me an insight check.
Little puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking I'd be moving these guys around in an order.
I got
Well,
a
you're rolling
13.
that. How much? 13?
Yep.
Yeah, you look at it. It does look like they're in varying scenes of prayer. Like some are kneeling, standing, praying, arms up. It looks like maybe it could have told a story of some sort. You don't see any mechanisms or anything that would suggest there's a puzzle here.
Well, could be magic.
Al Solus, while that's happening, what are you doing? You hear this whisper up above you.
So I'm gonna walk across the hall. Which door is Lysander?
He's to the left.
To the south. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna walk by, peek my head in, heard voices upstairs, and then I walk into the other room to go check on these guys in the hidden the secret room.
Okay. Well, you see the secret room. You guys are in the secret room.
I'm gonna check
There's
the
again.
test for traps before we start opening anything else too.
Yeah, there is a chest. There is what looks like a door, like a hatch door on the ground. Those are the two things you see in this small little room.
Okay, I'm gonna check
If you'd like
all
to
of it
check
for
for
traps.
traps, yeah, give
Yes,
me
please.
a sleight of hand check, please.
Sleight of hand to perceive.
I think it is. Hold on, detect traps. Let me.
It'd be
see
like
what this does.
investigation or perception, wouldn't it?
It's been a while since we've had a rogue on our team, so check for skill that is.
Other
Yeah, it is
than
perception check.
Demarcus.
Yeah, it is perception check. Yeah.
Perception. Okay.
I feel like in Boulder's Gate, you're always using your sleight of hand, but maybe I'm making it up. It's been a while.
And it like passes
Other-
to see if you notice it, and then
Yeah.
you
It's versus-
sleight of
Yeah.
hand to actually disarm it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
you're right.
Trap is
You're right.
observant stuff. Yeah.
16.
16. No traps on the chest. Or hats. I'll give you both as you kind of look over
Okay.
the whole area.
Yeah. I kind of nod to Rivers if you want to open the chest, you're good.
Nice.
Tells you.
Hell yeah. Give him a sturdy nod and open the chest up if it opens.
Yeah. You open it up. There are a number of books in there, as well as a sealed, a letter with a seal on it. It's not closed, but you can kind of see the seal has been opened and refolded back down. So you see about 12 books in this chest, and this little letter sitting on top of it, which is partially open. The letter has a seal on it with an S on it.
What do you got?
Looks like it's like a bunch of literature. Like kind of rifle through it a little bit and pull it out and set it on the ground for us to look at.
Okay. Yeah, as you do, Darren, you would recognize some of these books in your time with Lysander. You see, these are books on the occult. As you kind of pull them aside, you can read them and kind of see what they are. It looks like they're books tied to very specific, like rituals in the occult and the summoning of fiends and fae.
Sweet. They're all that, or like
Yes,
various.
they're like various tomes and volumes. But yes, they all seem to be of that type of genre. And then there's the letter that's on top of it.
I'm gonna grab the letter and read it.
Yeah.
It reads
Don't read
as
it
you
aloud.
open it.
Yeah, I'm not reading it aloud.
It's a ritual.
Yes.
It's the ritual. It's the instructions. No, it says, "My most pathetic servant, I am not the Messiah sent to you by the dark powers of this land. I have not come to lead you on a path to immortality. However, many souls you have bled on your hidden altar. However, many souls you have bled on your hidden altar. However, many visitors you have tortured in your dungeon. Know that you are not the ones who brought me to this beautiful land. You are but worms writhing in my earth. You say that you are cursed, your fortunes spent. You abandoned love for madness, took solace in the bosom of another woman, and sired a stillborn son, cursed by darkness. Of that I have no doubt. Save you from your wretchedness? I think not. I much prefer you just as you are. The dread lord and master, Strahd von Zarovich." That's what it says.
Okay.
You have heard the name Strahd. That is the second time you've seen, as you read that name, that is the name that Dragomir gave of the vampire lord of the land.
Got it. I'll go ahead and pocket the letter. Just real quick, flip through a couple of the books. Like what? I know you said that there's like, is it actual, like how to summon things? Like what's the vibe I'm getting from the actual text?
Yeah, as you quickly scan through it, do give me an Arcana check. But as you quickly, that is definitely what the vibe is. I'll tell you if you can get more out of it with an Arcana check. But while that's happening, I'm going to go back to the other side of the house for just a moment and see what these two are doing while you're rolling that.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead too, and when I pick the book up, first when I pick up, I touch my finger to my head, and cast guidance on myself as I start flipping through them. See what I remember from my Arcana training.
Lysander and
May not need it.
Doug, you said that there was a stained glass wall. Is the
Like a painting.
glass a painting? So is it like a fixed wall, or is there like a gap between, like almost like it's like a stained glass window that's been like mounted or like put in front of the wall, where there's like a gap between it and the
And
wall?
it's like it's been hung on the wall.
Okay. And you said it depicts a woman and a child, correct?
Yes.
I'll do a perception check. Trying not to metagame here, but does it look like it's a different woman than the woman that was in the painting?
Okay. I'm not going to make you make a perception check for that. You look at it. Yeah, it looks very similar. It's like it's been a painting of maybe the mother.
Okay. So let me. So just
And
kind of
and the child could be maybe a younger version of Rose, perhaps.
okay. So it's definitely not so yeah, I think that was kind of what I was getting at. Like where in one picture there was a woman looking scornfully at a baby. Here we have the same woman looking kindly on a child. Correct?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Okay. And you said.
That's-
Okay. Yeah, and so it looks like Rose. So presumably they're okay. I'll leave it at that.
What did you do there, Lysander? What did Lysander do?
Kind of
I'm sorry.
inspecting the stained glass
Yeah.
window or the stained glass
Oh.
picture.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
I see.
in the
Yeah, what's in it?
in the foyer there was the family picture with the woman
Yep.
looking scornfully at the baby. Here it is a woman looking favorably on a child who could be the younger version of the daughter that brought us here, the Rose.
Got it. Okay. And Doug, there's no we don't look. Continuing to look at these figurines. Anything on the bottom of them? Any sort of language of any sort?
No, there's no.
Any
There's
further
nothing.
descriptors? Okay, got it.
No. However, the door behind you closes.
Oh man. Uh-oh.
And you guys would all hear that. Roderick, you would hear that. Rivers, you would hear that. Lysander would hear that. Or, excuse me, Custolis would hear that. You hear the door slam in the main hall. You two would kind of be startled as you're kind of looking at the figurines, you're looking at the painting, or the portrait. Yeah, you hear the door just slam close.
Whip around. Do I see anything? Any magic emanating? Like a floating head bleeding from its eyes?
You're not far off. No, what you see is a spectral sort of form right in front of the door. Looks a little bit like a nursemaid, kind of dressed in like like almost like a nurse's like a child rearing nursemaid of some sort.
Creepy.
Bright white hair, kind of all frizzled and just unkept. The face is pale, two glowing red eyes, and a kind of disjointed mouth. And you see her just floating there over in front of the door as she points at the two of you. You are not welcome here.
You're right.
Leave the children alone.
Point us towards just show us the way out, and we'll be happy to leave the house.
No way out. The way is shut. The way is shut.
So what are our options?
We're not welcome, but we can't leave.
You see, where are you on scroll?
I mean, you could try seducing her.
Actually, allow me to charm her.
Give me just a second. I'm pulling something up real quick.
Just say you're a sorcerer. You've got high charisma.
Put my tongue in her ear.
Ah.
That's how I started off always.
Just-
Or wherever I am. Hey, babe.
What's wrong with the kiss boy? Don't just go leaping towards the clitoris.
Nice lobes, babe.
Hey, you
Not
just see
so
this floating apparition. She points at you, says that, and just starts floating towards the two of you. At this point, as she says that and starts kind of reaching towards you, you see her mouth becomes a little bit more just disjointed as she kind of twists her head, kind of moves on its side a little unnaturally. Starts making its way towards the two of you, and I need everybody at this point. We'll just keep this for the rest of this adventure. Roll for initiative, please.
Initiative.
Before we
what a
before
waste.
we do that, Doug, can you tell me what I saw from my 24 Arcana check?
I can. Sorry to get that real quick. Let me get this pulled in. Everyone read out, actually, Darren, before I do that, so I get everybody's number real quick, so I have it. Hold on. Start with Roger.
14.
4.
No, 4. Unfortunately, I rolled a 1.
Rivers.
23.
23.
Rolled a 20.
Lysander.
I thought I was gonna be last. I got a 6.
Calsolis.
Here.
My.
Yeah, I got your initiative roll, Kevin.
No.
Calsolis, I'm sorry, what'd you get?
20.
20. And then Kevin.
How the times have changed. 23.
Wow. Kevin, you actually act before this specter.
Holy crap.
Sick.
It's a whole new world.
We
That
had
is a first.
two 20s on initiative. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So before we get into that, Darren, as you look through these books, what you know as you look through them, they're definitely supposed to be these rituals and things for summoning fiends and fae, but your quick examination of a couple of the passages, it all looks like bullshit. Like, these look like fake. Like, these look like someone bought them from somebody, and these were like joke, almost like joke type thing, like fake books.
Probably the type of books that I would have used back when I was fooling people with this sort of stuff.
That's exactly what it looks like.
Okay.
Which I laughed really hard at when I read this description 2 days ago, because I remembered your backstory. That's exactly right.
So somebody brought my shit here, is what you're saying. Not only is this place haunted, they've brought my old shit to this house.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe one of these volumes with a 24, you just saw it, you're like, I know that's bullshit. Like, I've had that problem. You probably have one of these volumes. That's probably right.
I was actually wondering if, like, maybe Calsolis actually sold this to this person, like, years ago or something like that. That's where they actually got him.
Might have.
Casimir, what are you doing? Let's start with Casimir. As this thing just starts floating towards you, lifting its hand towards you. No, you must leave. You cannot be here. The children. She says, you're one of them. One of those foul creatures.
Look who's
Is
talking.
she looking at me when she says that?
She is.
That's offensive. I don't really know my.
Darren, I'll write that letter up and I'll put it in the handbook pages over the weekend. I know it's long to read out loud.
Yep.
Kevin, what are you doing? First act.
Yes, I'm going to use a cantrip.
Okay.
Now, when I use one cantrip, does something like dancing lights go away? Or
If it's so, that's concentration. I know it's your first magic character, so it is concentration.
Yeah,
so
sorry.
you can cast another spell, and that's fine as long as it's not
right.
concentration.
As long as it's not concentration. Yeah. Thank you for the reminder. You know what? I'm gonna do a. Sorry, guys. I need to do some more. I need
Take your time.
I need to
Take your time. It's our first
memorize some of this stuff. I'm gonna cast Frostbite
Okay.
on this spectral or whatever it is, causing numbing frost to form on the creature.
All right, so is that a touch or is that a range?
That is a range. That's a range. Yeah, I did not want to touch.
You send out this blast of cold air, this line of cold air at it. Go ahead and give me is an attack roll, I assume?
Yes. No, it's an attack save con.
Oh, con save. Okay.
Con 14. Mm-hmm.
Got it. Let me take a roll.
On a failed save, you take damage.
Sadly, it rolled an 18.
No.
So you see it just sort of goes through it as, it kind of just kind of bursts through the specter and it just keeps moving towards you. Any movement or bonus action?
Do I have bonus actions? Let's see. I don't.
Probably not at this early level. There's not a ton.
No movement, no bonus action. Hold my ground.
Yep. You hold your ground. River, you are next to act. You hear the door slam. That's it. That's really it. You can decide what kind of metagaming you want to take to that, just from where you're at.
At the volume at which the door shut, I would infer there was some situation and basically take off, like turn and burn towards the other room.
Okay. You push past Roderick. It is that is 5, 10, 15, 25, 30 puts you out the door.
Would opening be an action or bonus action?
I'm gonna say it's part of your move.
Yeah, I'll try to open it.
Yeah, it opens.
And
get
blasted with frostbite.
Yeah. You open it. You see the specter. This looks very Ghostbustery, like secretary kind of look to it from the first movie. Kind of floating there in front of the two of them, pointing at the two of them. You see another face look at you as you open the door. Like it has two faces, basically.
Oh, okay.
You see it kind of materialize and look, and it just says, "No."
Yes.
So that's your movement, and you can dash in if you want, but you're a little far away for any attacks.
Yeah.
If you were planning to attack.
Grab one of the spears off the armor set and throw it.
Yeah.
There's armor set right by the door, right?
You're standing right next to it. Suit of armor there.
With like spears.
Yep.
Just gonna actually dash in. I think he would have been like straight tunnel vision, open the door, like see danger, run to danger, basically.
Hey, you want to run up behind it, or you want to run past it and get in front of the two, wizards, or the wizard and warlock? What does this look like? Are you trying to protect, or just kind of come up behind it?
Just come. Like, I'll go around the side of it, like basically head towards them.
You move yourself.
Okay.
Wherever you want to be. You have 30 more minutes.
At two fronts, so it's not like really going to be coming up behind it.
I'm gonna go right. Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm just gonna like clear the doorway essentially. I'll chill about right there.
Okay, got it. After you, it is them. So the specter is up next, and as it's sitting there, you see it split. It splits into two. Whoops, copied the wrong person.
Rivers splits into two.
Man.
You see it just kind of split into two. One of which charges at you, Rivers kind of looks at you and just kind of reaches his hand towards you. The other floats forward towards you, Kevin, who shot the magic at it. Just kind of comes at you. You foul creature! You must leave! You are a fiend! Says, and then comes at each of you. Start with you, Rivers. It just tries to touch you.
Got it. No touch.
That is a 13 to hit. What's your AC?
AC 18.
Yeah, you duck out of the way as this hand kind of swings past you. Kevin, what is your AC, please?
Probably not 18.
I prefer not to tell you.
Okay, I rolled a 19. So is it higher than that?
Not yet.
Okay, that's before my plus. I rolled a 19.
Maybe at level 20.
Yeah.
Kevin, 5 points of necrotic damage coming at you. As it touches you, you feel this life-draining effect as it reaches into your very essence.
That's like more than a fifth of my points.
I was gonna say, at level 2 wizard, you gotta be pretty squishy.
Check to see if you
I'm
have
sorry,
any.
a third of my points. I don't.
Do check to make sure you don't have any sort of
defenses or resistances.
Against necrotic or anything like that.
I've got 0 defenses actually, which is kind of weird.
Well, you're a level 2 character, so it's not uncommon.
Oh, I see. That's something that comes along. Got it. Okay.
You can. Okay, so 5 points through. Kevin, I also need you to reduce your maximum hit points by 5 as well temporarily.
Ouch.
What the fuck, Doug?
Yeah.
That is it for me.
Wouldn't do that to you.
I know you wouldn't, but here we are. All right. After that, it is Cal Solis, followed by Lysander, and then Roger.
Okay. I will also run to the door.
So you were in the room, so it's probably about 5, 10, 15 to get to this door.
To there, and I see what's happening.
And another 15. Yep, another 15 feet puts you at the door. You see these 2 floating specters.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely not going in there at this point. So, I'm going to go ahead and lift one hand, and as I open the palm, a little ball of light starts to form, and then I whisper Valeris and squeeze my palm shut. And a burst of light comes straight down on the one that's closest to me.
Okay. What's the spell?
It is Holy Word.
Holy
it's attack
Word. Attack spell. Okay, go ahead.
It is an attack spell. It's 15.
15 is a hit. This is the closest one to you?
Yes. The one,
Okay.
Closest to the door.
Got it.
The first one I would have seen.
Yep. Give me the damage, please. Oh, wow, that really was half your hit points. Holy crap, Kevin. I just looked at the sheet.
Yeah. Yep.
5 radiant damage.
Can only take really 2 more of those.
Yeah. Maybe. All right. 5 points through. Okay. You see it kind of sizzle and burn, kind of pulls away from the light, and it looks down at you, and it just looks at you, Darren. Fiend, demon, another one.
I mean, I do look like a demon, so I guess that's fair.
You technically are a demon, so by definition. Okay, that's movement action. Lysander, over to you.
Yeah, cantrip Sacred Flame at the one that is right in front of me.
Okay. Sacred Flame, so that's a dex save, if I remember correctly.
It is a dexterity savings throw.
And what is my roll?
Dex 15?
That was a 12. Damage, please.
This is going to be radiant.
Yep, more radiant. Hit him with the radiant.
3.
Got it. Hey. You see, again, Bert sizzles into it a little bit. You see it kind of recoil from the light. Looks a little bit It's a little bit dimmer, but still very active. Any movements or bonus action?
I don't think I have much in the way of bonus actions.
Then go over to Roderick. Yeah, Roderick.
I'm gonna follow Cal into the room.
Yep.
So
It's about 10, 15.
15, 20, 25, 30? Is that?
Yeah, you can run right into the room. Yep, you can always move through friendlies. Tokens. It's fine.
Oh,
Yeah, I wasn't
Do it.
blocking the door. I was kind of like in front.
Yeah.
Do a nice little
It put my
twist.
head in. I was like, "What?"
It
And,
does not. It looks at you, but it does not react to you like it did to Darren.
That's fine. It's gonna get hit. That's for sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna whop it with the warhammer.
Okay. Pull your hammer out and take a big old swing at it. Go ahead.
Yeah. So let's see this one. This range. 16.
It's a hit.
I'll take it. That's a 10.
10 points. You slam through it. You don't feel like it is as effective as you want it to be. As you kind of swing through it, you feel like it kind of gets lost in this, ecto mist. But it does connect with it. Okay. Pat, turnover.
I am going to enter rage, I guess, at the end of that round.
Okay. If you wanted to do that at the beginning of the round, you can add 2 extra points of damage.
I'm not entirely sure. I was kind of running in to know there was combat, which is the only reason I was saying at the end more so.
Okay. I like the color. All right. So yeah, as you see it, you slam into it and start to rage. And for the first time, what does your rage look like?
All right. When. All right. This is gonna be pretty bad, but this is exactly what I imagine. It's more of like a Dragon Ball Z-ish, except goes straight from the regular buff Goku to the, oh my gosh, did this guy just shoot up roids? He's got veins coming out of everywhere. I didn't know you had veins in that side of your neck, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like immediate blood pressure goes through the roof.
Well, I'm just imagining you going from kind of a stocky big dude to a cut big dude.
The posture goes straight up. Actually, yeah.
It's all in the lighting, dude. It's all in the lighting.
Beer belly goes immediately to 6-pack abs.
Yeah.
Just.
Kevin, over to you. As he starts to rage. Kevin, what are you doing?
Let's see. I'm going to seeing the shit. Firstly, I will actually, since Sacred Flame worked, I will follow in right behind and do the same.
Yeah. That's another dex save for me. What's your DC on that?
14 again.
Nat 1.
All right.
This is on the one closest to you, I assume.
Is that a reverse crit? I'm serious. How does that work? If it's a,
it doesn't.
It does.
It does not. Yeah. Nothing special. I thought about doing some homegrown rules about nat 1s and stuff, but I haven't fleshed it out yet. Kevin, what's the damage on that?
Let's see. That will be a total of 4.
4. See, it continues to burn this thing away. It is radiant again. You see it recoils back as this bright white light hits it again. After that, turnover, Kevin?
Yeah, sure. I actually cast Mage Armor on myself.
That would be another action. So you've already actioned.
Oh, I thought that was a bonus. Dang. Okay, never mind. Moving on.
Nope, you're good.
Just as a point of mechanics, Kevin, you can always do that at the beginning of the day. It's like, I think it lasts
hours.
for a long
Yeah,
rest.
8 hours. Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. I think I will learn to do so.
Yeah, very good. I don't think it would have helped you on the 19 I rolled because it would have been a 22 to hit. So, okay, over to Rivers.
I'm gonna swing at the one that's engaged with Casimir and Lysander if I can. If
Okay.
I split the distance equally with that diagonal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah, because you see this one is reaching all over Casimir,
Yeah,
and you
exactly.
see he looks
I see
hurt.
him get hit. I'm gonna swing at this one.
Okay,
15 to hit.
it's a hit.
Nice.
Particularly hard to hit.
5 damage.
Got it. Same thing I said to Pat. Don't feel like it's connecting quite as well as you wanted as it slides in, but it does appear to be somewhat resistant to that sword.
Got it.
All right, they're up. Any bonus action or anything else?
Nope, I'm good.
Ethan, since you're the last one to hit it, as you do, it kind of reaches back around and it's gonna try to grab you next.
Alrighty. Brace for impact.
It's a 14. Once again, you manage to just kind of push it away with your shield. Does not connect. The other swings at you, Pat, as you blast it into it with your hammer. It reaches both hands out at you, trying to kind of grab you by the neck, basically.
As it's grabbing out, yell at it like guttural.
That is a 21 to hit.
Oh, you got it. Yeah.
That is.
Hold on. I
Yes.
don't know. No, I don't think I get it just from the rage. Or
No, rage doesn't give you any AC.
no, it doesn't.
That'll be 4 necrotic damage, and reduce your max hit points by 4 as well. So you'll click on your hit points and reduce it by 4.
Does the rage give him resistance, or
It would if it was slashing, piercing, or blushing. It is not. It is straight necrotic, life-draining effects, unfortunately.
So do I do is minus 5 HP from the top the damage, or do I take 5 off additionally?
It's 4. I would take your max and just reduce it by 4.
So I'm at 21 and it's technically full HP.
So yes, because it was 25 before.
Yes.
Yep, that's correct.
Sorry, could have said that first. Okay.
That's how you do that. Okay. After that, it goes over to Cal Solis, followed by Lysander and Roger.
I'm going to essentially do the same thing. This time, I just form the ball in my hand, and instead of squeezing it, I thrust it out and blast at it. The same one.
Okay.
14.
Yes.
Yeah. 2 more radiant.
Ooh. Again, this radiant damage does seem to really bother it. You see it kind of hisses at you. It definitely seems more effective than you thought it would have been.
I figured it would be.
Okay. After that, it is Lysander, followed by Roger.
I'm going to insult this thing. I'm going to tell it to go rattle its chains somewhere else. And Doug, I'm going to need this thing to make a wisdom savings throw of 15, please.
Okay.
Doing vicious mockery.
Classic.
Yeah. You know, and interestingly enough, as an undead spirit, it is not immune to that. I was like, no, I'm not immune to that. I'm going to go check, but apparently not.
Dude, what's up?
Even a ghost can be insulted.
bedside manner in my life.
What is the save?
15.
15. That is a fail.
Take 1d6 psychic damage, and you have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before it ends its end of its turn.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It is irritated.
And then, as a bonus action, take 6 psychic damage.
Nice. Straight
Yeah.
through. Nice. No resistance
Oh, yeah.
there.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to tell Kevin Casimir to dodge better and give him one of my bardic inspirations.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you
Very
just
good.
hit me? Sorry, I got so much shit going on right now. I apologize.
That's right.
Yeah, you're good. No, nothing.
So-
Yeah, he gave you a bardic inspiration.
So
yeah.
what that means for you is you gain one of my bardic inspirations, which is a 1d6 within the next hour. When you fail a d20 test, you can roll your bardic inspiration die and add that number to the total, potentially turning a failure into success.
So any
Sick.
skill save or attack.
Yep, got it. Heard that. Thank
Okay,
you.
Roderick, over to you.
I'm gonna shout again, and
Okay.
then gosh, I really want to tackle this thing, but since it kind of just try to give another like overhand swing through, like vertical, try to catch more of it,
Go ahead, and you're gonna add +2 to the damage, assuming you hit with your rage on it.
Warhammer Rage. 11.
11 just connects. The DC is 11. You just managed to connect to this thing. Damage, please.
Come on. 9.
11.
So 11.
Oh, 11. Oh, plus the right.
So,
Oh,
as the hammer, as this rage kind of fills through you, as you slam it into this thing, as it goes through, you see the whole thing just kind of split apart. Kind
as
of,
let the hammer hit the ground and give a like Hulk-esque.
okay. Go back to the top of the round. Back to Casimir.
The other one's got to be close. That one's down already.
Okay. Let's. Damn, oh my God. Let's go with the attack roll on this for a chill touch.
Go ahead.
Ghost on ghost action.
Yeah. The attack roll to hit. AC 11.
Oh man, I was like, I feel much better about that than the DC. No, I don't feel
So,
bad.
if you want, you can add that D6 Bardic Inspiration right now.
Or you've got it. He should have inspiration too, right? His own.
I do. But I'll try this
You got-
Bardic Inspiration now.
Yep.
I need what? It's an 8, so I need 3 or higher. Okay, that's
3, 4, 5,
them's
6.
good odds. There it is, 6.
There it is.
Boom. Let's go.
Hit. Demagios, please.
That is an 8. Hell
8. What
yeah.
kind of damage is that one? Is that also cold?
It is. Okay, let's see here. Well, target takes 1d8 necrotic damage.
Necrotic damage. Okay. You reach in. Definitely, once again, feels like it's not quite as effective as you like,
Yeah.
but it is enough in this particular case. So as you reach in and you pull this necrotic energy out of the specter, you kind of pull it into yourself. It just starts to vanish. Very Ghostbuster, you just sort of got it pulled into you and just kind of pulled into your hand.
Put it inside of me.
Pulled into your hand for a minute,
Okay.
Just
and
I
it's
like
gone.
save that one for later,
Mm-hmm.
in case Roderick gets hungry again.
Gotta eat something.
See, easy peasy, no problem. No one almost
Miss-
died except for Casimir.
Yeah, Casimir's in rough shape. You have how much is your total hit points, Kevin? 9.
Currently, yeah.
Oh, that could have killed you instantly. That was a 2d6 attack. That could have been because if it reduces your maximum hit points to 0, that's all she wrote. So
Man.
yeah, you feel
Brutal.
drained, absolutely drained, as this thing disappears.
Damn.
How long does the hit points stay away? The max
Is it a long rest?
If you'd like to assess that, if you're proficient in either, I would say, religion or nature, anyone can make a roll to try to get an answer to that question.
Make a roll.
23 on religion.
Nice.
You would know,
There's the
Darren,
reason I made
absolutely.
this character.
Yeah. Yes. So generally, a long rest is what is necessary to kind of sleep it off. Usually 7 or 8 hours to sleep that off. However, certain magical healing can also fix this as well. So things like a healing potion or an actual cure wounds, like a short rest wouldn't do it, but some sort of magical healing can kind of lessen that effect of a life drain of a ghost perspective.
Nice.
There you go. The room is empty. The house moves back to silence.
Doug, spend a good couple minutes there huffing until I finally calm myself down.
It was your rage that got it, by the way. You wouldn't have gotten it. It was 1 point off. The +2 got you there.
And then just kind of sit down.
Okay. Roderick sits down. You see him puffing and puffing. Looks veiny, very Hulk-like.
Close my eyes and start, going into a more regular breathing pattern.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk in, walk over to Casimir, and just kind of looking him over in his damaged area, and just sort of not real loud, but say to him, I can potentially heal this, but I've only got a couple shots today, and I don't know if you want me to use it now or wait, but it's up to you.
I believe he stepped away for a second.
Stepped away.
Yeah. Like Kevin's dealing with a work issue, it sounds like.
Oh.
I would say you make that call, Darren.
I sure am. What's up? Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
I came over to you and looked over your wounds, and basically said, I can probably heal this, but I only have a couple. I can only do it once or twice a day, so I can heal you now, but I may not have it later if we need it. So it's your call.
I'll be fine. Thank you.
What's that?
I think I still have that healing potion in my inventory.
Yeah, you did not use it.
Yeah, go ahead and give it to Casimir.
Casimir hands you a healing potion.
Oh,
Would you like to take that instead?
well, will it fill my max?
It should.
Yes.
It should be.
It should.
Either
normal?
that or a healing spell should actually bring you back to normal. Either one.
Okay. Save your magic. I'll take this potion. Thank you.
Okay. Kevin, take back 4 + 4, 8 hit points.
Okay, back
And
to
you
full.
may do it back to your maximum as well.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, it was 6. It was 6 hit points. I had that wrong. That was 2d4 + 4. 2d4 + 2. So 2 less. Okay. We're going to get close to wrapping. I want to see what your next move is, just to kind of close out tonight here in a minute.
I think we feel like we need to check out the trap door in the other room.
Yeah, I'm down. Go back to the cache, like through the dust settles. Go back and see what was up with that little hatch.
Sure. Is everybody heading that way?
I feel like we need to all stick together.
Yeah, we should roll
Yeah.
together. I would also, Rivers would also like Roderick coming down off his rage, like go, like try fatherly, like you good? Like that's pretty fucking crazy, dude. You all right?
Get a little feisty when he tries to come over. Don't touch me.
Yeah. Very, yeah, like understandable. Like kind of just nod and kind of shuffle towards. Let's just move on out.
Do I notice like track marks on Roderick? Like he's been doing a lot of juicing. Yeah.
I mean, D-ball, dude, juice him up.
You make your way back to the hatch. Are you gonna open it up?
Yeah, Lysol or Calsolus you already checked this
Yep.
one as well, right? Yeah.
He did.
For no traps.
Yeah, I mean, everybody in there? Yeah, let's open it up.
You
Do
do.
we still need to be mobile? Oh,
Yeah, you don't need to worry about the map at this point.
okay.
As you open the hatch, you see what looks like a crawl space. You see runged ladder kind of into the foundation of the building. Kind of a stone hatchway that leads down. You can see rungs built into the side of the wall, and it looks like it goes down below the first level. Like you can see,
There's
it
the
goes
basement
a lot.
entrance.
Yeah, it looks a lot further than 10 feet. It looks more like maybe 20 or 30 feet. Yeah, you can see in the bottom, Darren, if you look down. Looks like it's about 30, 40 feet down, so it's decently below the lower level house.
Who was it that read the letter that was in the chest? I'm sorry.
That was me.
Did you read that aloud, or was that more like
I
internal?
didn't read it aloud. No, I did.
Okay,
Yeah, I didn't read it aloud.
Why
I
would
know that it's super relevant at this point.
why would the ghost children say there's a monster in the basement and then disappear and then expect us to go to the basement? If that's a trap, I don't really get it. You know what I mean?
The kids are trapped, but
Like, it doesn't make sense. I mean, I guess we have no choice because the whole house is there's no way out. But
we could go upstairs where the whispers.
Yeah, the fucking evil whispers upstairs. I mean, that's an option too. But
I mean, we just did.
That's where your evil crib is, Ethan. You don't want to
Yeah,
see
exactly,
the evil marionette crib.
the empty crib, fucking ghost baby. Yeah, I don't know. Whole thing's a little weird, dude. Whole thing's just a little weird.
Well, I mean,
Staring at
the
this
basement
hatch.
is on the second floor.
Yeah.
Well, Darren, you read the letter. It discussed that they had literally described a dungeon where people were killed and sacrificed. And I quote.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that part.
Oh, he sacrificed his kid.
However many souls you have bled on your hidden altar, however many visitors you have tortured in your dungeon, know that you are not the ones who brought me to this beautiful land. Quote unquote.
Okay, so then I look down there. This is obviously the dungeon. It's referenced in the letter. The monster is probably a metaphorical monster from the kid's perspective of the things that we just fought.
And as you say that, Darren, you almost get a response from the darkness below. You hear a growling.
I'll take that as yes. Okay. Am I the only one that heard it?
No, you all heard.
Okay.
Anyone in the room with the hatch open, you hear it. Sounds similar to what you heard, Drew, on the first floor, from below the surface.
Do I notice any golden eyes or anything like that that's like popping up for me?
No.
No, nothing. All right.
It's this little hatchway that leads down. What do you guys want to do?
If Calsolus mentions the monster from the letter, I would probably ask what the rest of the letter says, like while we're up there.
I mean, I'll pull it out. Have a read.
Show it up and
Sure.
read it.
I'll read it out loud one more time. Hopefully not as
I mean, I'll
badly.
just read it since it's not a.
Yeah.
I know it's not a curse this time.
My most pathetic servant, I am not a Messiah sent to you by the dark powers of this land. I have not come to lead you on a path to immortality. However many souls you have bled on your hidden altar, however many visitors you have tortured in your dungeon, know that you are not the ones who brought me to this beautiful land. You are but worms writhing in my earth. My is underlined. You say that you are cursed, your fortune spent. You abandoned love for madness, took solace in the bosom of another woman, and sired a stillborn son, cursed by darkness. Of that I have no doubt. Save you from your wretchedness? I think not. I much prefer you as you are, your dread lord and master, Strahd von Zarovich.
I mean, can you blame a guy for being evil to evil people?
Sounds like a cheerful fellow.
Doing good.
Evil on evil.
I'm imagining this like Ghostbusters scene with like everybody just looking down this hatch,
Yeah,
reading,
exactly.
reading this note, like with the camera looking up from the hatch, and all these,
yeah,
these five,
everybody looking
five
down.
faces looking down.
That's exactly what I was imagining as well. Well, I mean,
I'm going to assume that upstairs we're just going to find more of these creatures, these ghosts, maybe the more children ghosts, and our probably our only way out of here is killing whatever is below. At this point, I'm assuming that the magic that is holding us here wants us to get rid of the thing that is here, based on the way this letter reads.
Good insight.
yeah, I would agree with that for sure.
Yeah.
Didn't even need to roll it. I do have a 18 passive insight though.
18 passive.
What's the word?
My
are we going
guy's an
down the
idiot,
hatch,
so.
or are we heading up the stairs? Just so I know what to plan for next time.
Down the hatch, boys and
I
girls.
say down the hatch.
I
mean, if we're gonna end up fighting the thing anyway, we might as well fight it while we're back at mostly full health.
Yeah, well, we have
making
more
shit.
health. Yeah.
Well,
Down
then
the
as
hatch,
you all start to make your way down the hatch, you go down
sure
about.
Rivers' dad has got a quote about that.
Yeah, well, I hope there is. I'm waiting. I'd like to end with that as you're making your way down. But once you hear, as you start making your way down, you hear that grumbling one more time as you start making your way down. You get about halfway between the floors, and as you come to the bottom of this little hatchway, you hear the ghostly chanting of voices in the distance, an eerie, incessant chant that just seems to echo in the halls the closer and closer you get to the bottom. And that is where we are going to stop, unless Rivers has something to say while you're making your way down there.
No pressure.
He really doesn't. Even Rivers is looking a little unsettled going into the demonic basement of the haunted house.
Okay.
Fair.
Well then, still silence as the group makes their way. You hear these echoed chants coming through, coming in as you make your way to the bottom. Right there.